Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is a story about what if Deku was reborn in high school DxD part 1. If you guys enjoy this what if and want to see part 2, comment down below and let me know before I start. Please do support for more awesome content and leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also share this video with your friends and check out the description in my playlist. The author of the story 𝗧𝗵𝗃 from Wattpad. So let's start the video. Nobody's POV. Things were going insane. The League of Villains attacked UA High and fighting the now 3A and 3B plus 𝗧𝗵𝗃 students who are full-fledged heroes and the teachers of UA, while the heroes are dealing with high-end Nomus. Izuku is dealing with Shigaraki, the new holder of all for one, the two of them going at it in the sky with air pressuring wind, lighting screaming alive in the air with chunks of rocks around. Izuku was fighting Shigaraki at 100% with his costume damaged, showing his upper body and his scars. Shigaraki wasn't doing any better with his damaged arms, chest, and also his face, the two of them for air getting tired, but Shigaraki suddenly got in front of Izuku and punched him in the face, sending him down to the ground where the other heroes are. Izuku crashed, forming a crater. He got up and this led to blood flowing from his head. Izuku *breathe *cough and I guess I have no choice in the matter, huh? DKU. Izuku's POV. When I heard my name I looked and saw Bakugo. Our friendship finally restored, but I know he's going to hate me doing this. He wasn't the only one coming to my direction. All of my friends and teachers who now dealt with the Nomus and captured the other 𝗧𝗏 members came as well. I got up but stumbled a bit to catch my bearings. I looked up in the sky to see Shigaraki raising his arm, and this made me widen my eyes in panic after hearing the voices of one for all saying what's going to happen next if I don't do anything. I made my decision. I then looked at my friends, who then looked at me with confusion until they had shocked looks after hearing me say, Izuku, see ya later guys, I love you all. And with that I focused on OFA to its maximum and jumped towards Shigaraki. Hearing my friend, teachers and my mentor shouting for me to stop brought a tear to my eyes, but I've made my decision and I can now die with no regrets. I steeled my fear. AMD looked at Shigaraki. This is the end, Deku, and everyone you love will die. But just as he was about to unleash his attack, I used Black W to attack his face, rendering to stagger a bit, and those few seconds I came behind him, making him deactivate his attack while locking his arms and legs. I know he will not give up, so with one last smile, Izuku, the only ones who will is you and me, Tenko. And with that I used float and pushed the two of us in the air so far and close to the stratosphere. Shigaraki was trying to get out of my grip, even using the quirks he have to release himself, but I didn't loosen my grip. In fact, I tightened even more. Even when he used his original quirk to decay my arms, I still didn't release him. Shigaraki didn't. It brat, let go Izuku, and have you destroy the piece of innocent life. No, I don't what happens to me, but you and your aren't going to harm anyone ever again. Somehow I was going through everything from the day I was born to all the adventures I had with my friends. It's too bad I won't be able to see 𝗧𝗏𝗃 and 𝗧𝗵𝗃 growing up to see them being heroes. Mom, I know she'll be devastated, but she'll have my friends to be there for her, and Ochako, I'll miss her. We haven't gone to any dates for a while and she was so looking forward to give Himiko a chance with me. I'll miss you all, Izuku. OFA 2,000,000%. This caused my body to shine brighter than ever, making the others to see each one of them remembering the times they had with Izuku, the amount of joy he gave, and now with tears in their eyes and one final thing to say, all go beyond hero Deku. Izuku. nuclear. I am Izuku. I feel nothing. I guess this is how death feels. So long, my friends. You all have been like family to me. Everyone, goodbye, and I love you. Izuku's POV. All I see is nothing but darkness. I guess Tokoyami always feels this way. Revelry in the dark. I'm just floating and looking around. It felt like an eternity until I saw a bright light, and somehow my body just moved on its own until I got closer. The bright light was in a shape of a male, brown hair with brown eyes as well. He looked at me, not saying anything until he held out his right hand to me. I listened to myself accepting this person's hand. Once our hands connected, a bright suddenly formed around me. When I looked at the male, who's around the same age as me, he felt good luck. I was confused why he said until more light shined, making me go blind for a second, and next thing I'm waking up in a nice comfortable bed and being naked as well and putting the alarm clock on snooze. I groaned a bit and going through my memories from before and seeing my new memories of the brown-haired boy I met on the afterlife, his friends, family, and what he does. Izuku, say hi to her. Well, it seems his perverted nature is stored in my mind as well. Don't worry, I'll achieve your dream before I can continue. And I heard a sweet voice. Then I carefully looked beside me. Su. There is a crimson-haired girl sleeping beside me. And she's naked. Her snow-like white skin was simply mesmerizing, with her skin looking very smooth no matter how I look at her, and from Issei's memories, it's the Academy's idol. Her crimson hair scattered over the pillow looks extremely appealing. Rias Gremory senpai. Izuku-ya. What are the chances? But oh well, I was just looking at her sleeping face, smiling. If Issei was still here, I'm sure he would have been shocked. Ise. Wake up. It's already time for school. Oka-san, is Ise still in his room? Oda-san, his shoes are in the entrance, so he came home. Geez. Staying at a friend's house so late. On top of that, being late for school. That I won't forgive. The conversation between my parents on the first floor can even be heard up here. I wondered how they'll feel when they baby boy will change now. Then it was followed by footsteps coming up the stairs. The footsteps carried the sound of anger. For that I have to be quick, or this might be really bad. Izuku, wait. Mom, I'm already awake. I'm getting up now. Mom, geez. I won't forgive you anymore. We need to have a little talk about this. She sounds she's coming. Mom is coming to my room. There is no way I let her see the situation I am in. UNN, is it morning? I looked at my senpai, who's wiping her eyes beside me. She woke up. Gotcha. The sound of the door bursts open. At the same time, senpai also lifts her upper body up. My eyes and Mom's eyes meet each other. She looks mad. She looks very mad. Good morning. Senpai greets my mom with a smile. Mom's eyes moves from me to senpai. Then Mom's face froze. She moves her eyes to me again. I avoid making eye contact and sighed on the inside. Izuku, well, it could have been worse. Mom, get ready quickly. While using a machine-like voice, she closes the door slowly. After a moment, I heard the loud noise of her feet heading down the stairs. Oh, Oda-san. What's wrong, Oka-san? You look like you just saw a ghost. Was Ise doing something perverted in the morning again? See, sex. Ise did. With a foreigner. Oka-san. Oka-san, what happened? International. Ise did. Oka-san. Calm down. Oka-san. I can only cover my face with both my hands while laughing on the inside. Izuku, so this will be my new family. I just hope Mom isn't depressed. She's got Eri and the others to help her, I'm sure of it. It's easy to imagine what's going on downstairs. Well, there's definitely going to be family discussion after this. I wonder what kind of excuse can I use to explain the current situation I am in. Your family is quite lively in the morning. I looked to see senpai getting up from my bed and went to pick up her uniform from my desk. A naked senpai. The naked body of a appealing girl. Now this is called a show. Izuku, you know, I can see a lot of things, right? Senpai, her small hips, her long white legs, her thighs, her nicely shaped butt, and her 𝗵𝗃, which are quite enormous. I can even see her nipples clearly. For this I'm blushing, even though I've seen a girl naked and did the dead in my old life. But why isn't she hiding them? Why isn't she showing any sign of hiding them? Izuku, 𝗳𝗃 can see everything. I said it while looking away from her. My perverted side want to see it, but that's that my other side suggests to endure it. If you want to see it, then go ahead. Senpai says that daringly while putting on her uniform. She's putting on a smirk. An electric shock went through my body. I got out of my bed and put on some boxers and walked towards her. Is your stomach all right? She asks me. I touch my stomach while watching senpai get dressed. You were stabbed yesterday? With that statement, I was going through the memories. Well, my memories. Izuku, I was stabbed by a guy with wings at the park yesterday. I was stabbed by a spear that looked like it was made up of light. But there aren't any marks left on my stomach. I was sure there was a hole. It's not a kind of wound that will heal in a day, and I'm pretty sure my quirk doesn't have a healing factor. When I decided to be him, there was so much BLD coming out of it. That wasn't a dream. Or was it a dream? By the way, the incident from yesterday wasn't a dream. Senpai says it as if she read my mind. I was sure I was wounded, I said, and punching myself internally. Besides, I stuttered, I healed it. It was critical, but thanks to your tough body, it was healable with my power in a night. I shared some of my demonic powers with you by embracing you while we were naked. I was able to do it because we are from the same clan. Okay, what is this person saying? Hugged each other while naked. I'm confused. It's all right, because I'm still a virgin. She says it as if she thought she read my mind again. But she doesn't know I've already lost mind. Well, technically, not physically now. I'm still a virgin. Well, it's back to square one. Don't make such a weird face. This world is surrounded by more mysterious things than you can imagine. Senpai approaches me while in her underwear. She starts to pat my cheek with her slim fingers. I subconsciously touched her hand, making her smile. I am 𝗬𝗃𝗵𝗃 and I am a devil. 𝗧𝗜𝗵𝗃 and I am your 𝗵𝗃𝗃. Nice to meet you, 𝗬𝗑𝗧𝗍𝗂𝗏. Can I call you ISE? But her devilish smile looks real. Izuku, yep, it's true. Guess his dream is going to come true sooner. Izuku's POV. Right now, in our home, a beauty is drinking miso soup next to me. Rias, these are very delicious, Okasama. Mamwaya. Thank you very much. Both my parents who are sitting across from me have weird expressions on their faces. Grandpa, how am I able to fix this weird atmosphere? It's my first time eating breakfast in this weird atmosphere, and I'm not sure what to do in this situation. ISE, it's the meal that Okasama made. Eat it. Senpai says it with elegance. She's acting like an older sister. Wise. I replied quickly and started to throw the food into my mouth. Don't eat it in such a vulgar way. Eat slowly so you can taste the food. This is the precious food that Okasama made for us. Senpai wipes my mouth with her handkerchief. What is this? What kind of situation am I in? Dad spoke to me with a trembling voice. You look quite nervous, Dad. So am I. Where did this lady C come from? After hearing that, Senpai put her chopstick down and bows her head. Oh my, I apologize for not introducing myself. I brought shame to the house of Grammary. Please allow me to introduce myself. Okasama and Otasama, my name is 𝗬𝗃𝗵𝗃. I attend the same academy as 𝗬𝗃𝗧𝗍𝗂𝗏. It's a pleasure to meet you all. Senpai smiles. Dad responds with a weird face. Is that so? That's amazing. Are you from a foreign country? Your Japanese is very good. Rias, yes. Due to my father's work, I have been living in Japan for a long time. Looks like Dad is convinced. But it seems like Mum, who is sitting beside him, isn't. Is Ria-san correct? Yes, Okasama. What kind of relationship do you have with ISE? That's a good question. It can answer the whole situation from earlier. But I wonder what my senpai will say. Mum was curious for her answer, but senpai just continues to smile. We are just a senior and a junior who are quite close to each other, Okasama. That's a lie. Mum rejects the answer immediately. Of course she would. It seems that excuse won't work, senpai. Since she saw that situation, that excuse won't work. 𝗵𝗃𝗵𝗃 because. On the bed. C said he has nightmares, so I was just sleeping with him. Just sleeping together. Both of you were naked. I'm just looking at her while raising one of my eyebrows. Izuku, I'm just so confused if my new life is going to surprise me even more. Rias, nowadays, people sleep naked when they sleep together, Oka-sama. That's a big lie. Geez, what the heck, you are amazing, senpai. But Mum becomes quiet at her words. Is that so? So people sleep together naked lately. My new mom, are you accepting the lie just so? Then I realize that Mum's eyes look weird. They look empty, as if she was possessed by something. After that, senpai whispers in my ear. I'm sorry. It looked like it would become troublesome, so I used my power. Her power. Then I remember what she said earlier. I am a devil. Devil. Then this is also because of a devil's power. Now that I think about, if I'm her servant, could there be a possibility for OFA to become even stronger? Senpai resumes eating her breakfast. When I checked, Dad also had hollow eyes. I guess she used her power on him as well. A devil. This will be interesting. Morning walk to school. With Issei's knowledge and directions, I'm walking towards school, but I'm having a hard time because of the way other students are looking at me, but that can't be helped. 'Cause next to me is our school's idol, Grammar-senpai. And I am walking like her servant because I am carrying her bag. Why is someone like him? Why is someone vulgar like him next to Ria-sonissima? I can hear the screams of both boys and girls from every direction. It kinda made me a bitch as I'm almost behaving like Katsuki. There are some students who fainted because of the shock. Is it that bad? Is it that bad for me to walk beside senpai? I mean, I may now be a pervert. Well, it could be worse. We walked through the school gate, and I split with senpai at the entrance. I will send someone to get you. Let's meet again later. She says that while smiling. I just nodded at her and walked towards the classroom. When I opened the door, everyone started staring at me. Well, that's be normal, since I was with Ria senpai, but it's a bit too much suddenly. Out of reflex and still having a quick reaction time, I blocked someone's assault and took a step back to see two of my friends. Matsuda, who I guess went for a sneak attack, was standing there, and 𝗵𝗃 was beside Matsuda as well. Give me an explanation, Matsuda shouts while crying. From his expression, can almost guess what he wants to say. Until yesterday, we were the unpopular alliance, comrades. Essie, first of all, explain it to us. What happened after we split? Unlike Matsuda, who is furious, 𝗵𝗃 is acting all calm while fixing his glasses, although his eyes are really sharp. Okay, these two are scaring me. It's like seeing Kaminari and Mineta in our first year, but I came up with something fast in a perverted way and I laughed, and then asked them with a confident voice, guys, have you ever seen real tips before? With that one sentence, both of them tremble in fear. I laughed internally at their faces. Izuku, this is going to be fun after school. Hi. How are you doing? I look at the male student, who came to see me, through half-lidded eyes. The guy in front of me is our school's #1 best-looking prince, 𝗵𝗃. He captured the hearts of the girls in our school with this smile of his. By the way, he's in the same year as me. Well, he says same year, though he's from a different class. You can hear girls screaming with joy from the classroom and the corridor. So, what business do you have here? I reply to him in a curious voice, but 𝗵𝗃 responds without breaking his smile. I came here by the order of 𝗧𝗵𝗵𝗃 senpai. With that one statement, I immediately understand why he is here. I see, so he's the person senpai told me she would send. Okay, so what do you want me to do? I want you to follow me. This time it's the girl screams. No, for Hayadu and 𝗵𝗃-kun to walk beside each other. You will get infected, 𝗵𝗃-kun. I won't agree with the 𝗵𝗃-kun times Hayadu pair. No, maybe it's Hayadu times 𝗵𝗃-kun pairs. I suddenly turned towards the girls saying those weird things, and the girls, including everyone else, saw my glare. Izuku, stop saying weird iki while my name is called, and it got it. They couldn't say anything, so I turned my attention to 𝗵𝗃. All right, then lead the way. I agreed to follow him. He got out of his funk and went outside. I followed 𝗵𝗃, who is already walking ahead of me. 𝗧𝗑𝗧𝗍. Matsuda shouts my name. I just turned towards him and said something that shocked everyone in class. Izuku, if you're thinking about giving that DVD in your hand, forget it. I'm over this. That's right. You don't have to worry about me, pal, cause I'm going subtle from now on. I followed 𝗵𝗃, and the place we end up at is the back of the school building. In this place, which is surrounded by trees, there is a building called the old school building. Apparently it was used a long time ago, and there is no sign of people here. It's so creepy that it is listed in one of the 7 wonders of school. The building looks very old and is made from wood, but there aren't any broken windows, and it's hard to tell if there are any broken parts from its appearance. 𝗵𝗃 is here, 𝗵𝗃 says. 𝗵𝗃. He must be talking about senpai. 𝗵𝗃, she must belong to a particular club. Does this mean he is part of that club as well? It's getting even more mysterious. Oh well, as long as I follow this guy, I will be able to meet with senpai. We entered the 2-story high building and went up the stairs. We went further into the building. Even the corridor looks clean. It seems like even the rooms that aren't used don't have a single speck dust in them. When you think about old buildings, you expect it to be full of insects, spider webs, and dust. But I haven't seen any yet. So they must be cleaning this building quite often. While I was thinking about these kinds of things, we seem to have reached our destination. 𝗵𝗃 stops in front of a particular classroom. I was shocked by the sign on the door that read, Occult Research Club, Occult Research Club. Just reading that name makes me wonder. I'm not saying that the club sounds weird, but thinking that Ria senpai is the member of the Occult Research Club is 𝗵𝗃. I have brought him. Izuku's POV, me and 𝗵𝗃 waits for the approval through the wooden door. Then senpai replies, yes, come in. Looks like she's inside here. 𝗵𝗃 opens the door and I'm shocked when I follow him into the room. There are weird signs and words in every area of the classroom. The floor, the walls, and the ceiling. They are all covered with weird signs. And the one which stands out the most is the circle drawn at the center of the room. It looks like a magic circle that takes up most of the space in this room. I can feel something coming from it and it intrigues me. There are also a couple of sofas and desks in the room. There is someone sitting on one of the sofas. It's a girl with a small build. From what 𝗧𝗵𝗵𝗃 memories have is that this girl is from first year. 𝗧𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗁 she's from first year, but she looks like an elementary student because of her childish face and small body. She's quite popular amongst a certain groups of guys. She's popular amongst the girls as well and is treated as a mascot for being cute. She is eating 𝗬𝗏𝗃 quietly and she always has a sleepy expression. I remember correctly, she is said to be very emotionless. She realizes we entered, and our eyes meet. She looked at me intently while I did the same. This is 𝗧𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗁. Next 𝗵𝗃 introduces her to me and 𝗬𝗏 just bows her head. Ah, nice to meet you. I also bow my head. After the greetings, she continues to eat her 𝗬𝗏𝗃. It's just like the rumor says. Maybe she is a girl who doesn't talk much. The sound of water flowing coming from the back of the room. Is it the sound of a shower? Then I realize there is a shower curtain at the back of the room. There was also a shadow on the curtain. It's the shadow of a girl. I'm going to really enjoy this life. Then there is the sound of the shower stopping. Bucho, take this. There is someone else besides her. I hear a girl's voice that doesn't belong to senpai. Thank you, Akino. Looks like senpai is changing behind the curtain. I start to blush after remembering what happened this morning and covering my mouth and nose thinking about senpai's impressive body. What a lecherous face. Someone mutters. When I look in the direction of the voice, it was 𝗬𝗏. I look at her, but the little first-year student is just eating 𝗬𝗏𝗃. Is that so? So I have a lecherous face. I have to work on that plus something else. Then the curtain opens. The one standing there is senpai in her uniform. She looks stuck with her wet hair. She looks at me then smiles. I'm sorry. I couldn't take a shower last night because I stayed the night at your place, so I took a shower now. Ah, is that so? But what's bugging me is that there is a shower in this room. Then I look behind senpai. There is someone behind her. Geez, I'm in a gold mine. Are you serious? I'm so shocked that I lose my words. Black hair in a ponytail. The ponytail, which is said to be nearly extinct. The person who is said to be the last person with a ponytail at our school. That pretty face, which is always smiling. The person with a Japanese atmosphere. The one who is called Yamato Nadeshiko even though she is a student, and also one of our school idols, 𝗵𝗃𝗵𝗃 Akino senpai. The person who, along with Ria senpai, is said to be one of the two great 𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗵𝗲. The person who is idolized by both male and female students. Era. Hello, my name is 𝗵𝗃𝗵𝗃 Akino. Pleased to make your acquaintance. She introduces herself politely with a smile. Her voice sounds fascinating. My name is 𝗧𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗁. Nice to meet you too. I greeted her back after Ria senpai confirms that we finished. Introducing each other, she starts talking. Looks like everyone is here. 𝗧𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗁. No, let me call you ISE. Yeah, sure. We, the Occult Research Club, welcome you. Yes. As a devil. That looks like I'm in for something big. Here's your tea. Ah, thank you. I'm sitting on a sofa, and 𝗵𝗃𝗵𝗃 senpai has made tea for me. I drink it quickly. It tastes good. Thank you very much. 𝗵𝗃𝗵𝗃 senpai starts laughing very happily by saying, Ofofu. Kiba, Kaneko-chan, Ria senpai and I are sitting on the sofas surrounding the table. Akino, you sit over here as well? Yes, Bucho. 𝗵𝗃𝗵𝗃 senpai sits next to Ria senpai. Then everyone looks at me. I just gave them a confused look. Then Ria senpai speaks. I will get to the point right away. We are all devils. Yeah, you definitely did get to the point right away. Your expression says that you don't believe what I am saying. Izuku, oh, I believe you all right. Well, that can't be helped. You did see the man with black wings last night, didn't you? I only see the memories of it, so yeah, it seems that's a fallen angel. They are former angels who served God, but they are beings who have fallen to hell because they had evil intentions. They are also the enemy of us devils. So now we are talking about a fallen angel. Looks like we are entering a fantasy genre. We, the devils, have been at war with the fallen angels since ancient times. We have been fighting over the possession of the underworld, which is also known as hell in the human world. The underworld is split into two areas, one for devils and one for fallen angels. The devils form pacts with humans and receive their sacrifices and increase their strength. The fallen angels, on the other hand, control humans to eliminate devils. At this point, the angels come in to destroy these two races on God's orders, which creates the three forces. This has been going on since ancient times. I hummed while pitting my hand under my chin. Izuku, I'm just wondering, what is it that the occult research do, or is just a gimmick to what you actually do? Rias was surprised at me questioning that and smiled. The occult research club is just a camouflage, so yes, it's my hobby. It's actually a gathering place for us devils. 𝗵𝗃 Hearing that name brought my full attention. That day, you were on a date with 𝗵𝗃, right? I looked at her with my eyes squinting. Izuku, it seems so, but the people who I told to put her didn't believe me, so I guess she has the same power to erase someone's memories. Rias only looked at me and nodded. She existed. For certain. Ahe said clearly. She then clicks her finger, and 𝗵𝗃 takes out a photo. I am speechless after seeing who is in that photo. This is her, right? 𝗵𝗃. Yeah, the person on the photo is my girlfriend who I wasn't able to find anywhere. Izuku, now that I think about, after she stabbed Issei, I knew for a fact she looked sad to kill him. She actually didn't want to kill him to begin with. This fallen angel came in contact with you to accomplish a certain goal. After she accomplished it, she got rid of any record and evidence regarding herself. Izuku, her goal. Rias, yes, to kill you. She thought I would be having a shocked look, but I was calm, very calm. Rias, I'm surprised you're thinking this well. I just shrugged my shoulders. Izuku, the risk, no reason for me panic now. I'm alive thanks to you and I'm grateful for it. I smiled at her while she did the same, but I wasn't done. Izuku, but I need to know, why was she the one to target specifically me? The reason why she approached you is so she could check if there is a dangerous thing inside you. She must have received a weak response from it. That's why she took her time checking you. Then she confirmed it. That you were a human who possessed a sacred gear. Izuku, sacred gear. That's new to me and sounded familiar. 𝗂𝗍𝗄 said something like that. Sorry. You were a threat to us, so we decided to get rid of you early. If you want to hold a grudge, then hate the god who put the sacred gear inside you. That's what 𝗂𝗍𝗄 said at that time. So there's a sacred gear inside my body. Kiba then speaks. Sacred gear is an irregular power that is bestowed to certain humans. For example, most of the people whose names are recorded in history are said to be possessors of a sacred gear. They used the power of their sacred gear to record their name in history. Presently, there are people who possess sacred gears within their bodies. You know those people who play an important role worldwide. Most of those people possess a sacred gear. 𝗵𝗃 senpai continues after Kiba. Rias senpai then continues to explain. Most of the sacred gears have functions that are only usable in the human society. But there are exceptional sacred gears that are a threat to us, the devils and fallen angels. See, raise your hand. I have to raise my hand. Oh, now I see. Do it quickly. Rias senpai urges me to do it. So I raise my left arm. Close your eyes and imagine the strongest thing that comes to mind. Izuku, the strongest thing. I know what it is that comes to mind. Hope it works, then imagine it, and imagine that person in a particular pose where he looks the strongest. Now mimic the pose of that person. You have to imagine it strongly. You cannot hold back. I closed my eyes and clenched both of my fists. Hurry and do it. Rias senpai urges me again. I smirked. It went for the pose always used to access full cowling. Now, open your eyes. In this place, which is filled with demonic power, the sacred gear will be able to appear more easily. When I open my eyes, just like Rias senpai tells me to, I felt it, and now it's time. Izuku, The feeling of OFA flowing through me, making the others to step back at my light show until it showed a flash of green and red, forced the others to cover their eyes, and when they opened them they had shocked looks, or in Akino's case a lustful look on her eyes. OFA full cowling was on the lighting arcs I missed so much was back, and my hair was still brown, had risen up making it look super Saiyan style, but that's not all, cause I felt a other source of power and it was from my left hand, and the only thing I can say was Izuku. Whoa, cause I was amazed of a red gauntlet with some amazing designs on it. Izuku, so this is my sacred gear. My now brown eyes had a hint of emerald and I smiled. Izuku's POV. I looked at my sacred gear while smiling with my full cowling now gone. I then looked at them, seeing their reaction. 𝗬𝗵𝗃 made me laugh, even the expressionless Kaneko was shocked. Izuku, so are you all just going to act like gaping fishes? That got their attention and relaxed a bit from my light show. The fallen angel, Amano Yuma, saw your sacred gear as a threat and therefore killed you. So that's it, huh? You called me when you were on the verge of death. I was summoned through this paper. Ria-senpai pulls out a single leaflet. That leaflet was the reason why Issei's alive, but the second time his life was on the line, he gave up, and that's when I came in. When Issei was waiting for Yuma-chan at the meeting spot, one of the people giving out leaflets gave him one. It's a leaflet with a weird magic circle and a catchphrase that reads, "We will grant your wish." If I look carefully, the magic circle on the leaflet is the same as the big magic circle on the floor. This is one of the leaflets we give out. This magic circle is used to summon us devils. These days there aren't many people who would draw this circle to summon us. So we give these leaflets to people who look like they would summon devils. This magic circle is safe and easy to use. That day, one of our familiars was disguised as a human and was handing them out in the business district. You got it at that time, I said. After you were attacked by the fallen angel, you called me while you were on the verge of death. You wished so hard that it summoned me. Usually my servants like Akino and the others would be the ones to be summoned. That time Issei was impaled by the spear of light, so he wished really hard. When I saw his memories, my hand was his and it was covered in BLD. The thing that came to mind was crimson. I sighed internally. Since I'm him, I strongly craved for the girl with crimson hair, 𝗬𝗃𝗃. So then, the person with red hair, that the one that appeared at the end of that incident, really was senpai. When I was summoned and saw you, I knew right away that you were a sacred gear possessor and that you were attacked by a fallen angel. But there was a problem. See, you were on the brink of death. Not just devils, but humans also die if impaled by a fallen angel's spear of light. I see, you were in that kind of condition. So I decided to save your life. Although, as a devil, you were reborn as a devil of mine, 𝗬𝗃𝗃𝗃's servant. As my servant devil. At that moment, wings sprout from the backs of everyone around me. They're different from the black wings of fallen angels. Their wings are like bat wings. Looking over my shoulder, I see the same black wings protruding from my back. Izuku, this is really going to be a long day. Let's introduce everyone anew. Yudo. Kiba smiles at me after Ria-senpai calls his name. My name is Kiba Yudo. As you already know, I'm a second year like you, Hayuda Issei-kun. I'm a devil too. Nice to meet you. First year. Uju Kaneko. Pleased to make your acquaintance. I'm a devil too. Tuju Kaneko-chan bows her head. My name is 𝗵𝗃𝗃 Akino, and I'm in third year. I'm also the vice president of this occult research club. Nice to meet you. Even though I'm like this, I'm also a devil. 𝗵𝗃𝗃-senpai bows her head very politely. Lastly, it's Ria-senpai. She waves her crimson hair and says it very directly. And I'm their emsir, as well as being a devil from the house of Gremory, 𝗬𝗃𝗃𝗃. My house holds the rank of a duke. Let's get along from now on. I simply smiled at all of them. Izuku, thank you for bringing me, and I hope we all get along well. I knew this is going to be one hell of time, clenching my fist with determination on my face. Rias's POV. I looked at Issei-kun intently. Ever since this morning, he hasn't say anything perverted at all, and plus those lighting arcs when he summoned his sacred gear. I wonder what other surprises you have on store. Izuku's POV. It's midnight and I'm running and jumping on top of people houses at full throttle using full cowling at 5%. The reason is simple, I'm handing out the leaflets so they have an easy to use magic circle on them. When humans with strong greed take these in their hands and wish for what they want, Then we, the devils, will be summoned before of them. While I then look at the portable machine in my hand. The monitor is displaying the map of the town I'm currently in, and there are red lights flashing on it. I'm heading to those areas pedaling my bicycle. When I arrive at the flashing point, which is the house belonging to someone, I put the leaflet inside their mailbox. Then I move towards the other flashing points nearby. I keep on repeating this procedure until I was done. Once that was over, I thought back from the day I found out I was a devil, the day I found out I was a sacred gear possessor, when I found out that 𝗵𝗃 is a fallen angel, and when I found out that 𝗧𝗵𝗃 is a devil. And another thing, my devil wings disappeared immediately after that. To me, it's similar to the people who have quirks that can give them flight, so it won't be that hard for me to, but it was quite a shocking experience to have wings grow out from my back. If you work under me, your new life might become very bright, you know. 𝗧𝗵𝗃 says this to me with a wink while I'm looking down after learning I'm a devil. Apparently, in exchange for being reincarnated as a devil by 𝗧𝗵𝗃, I have to live on as her servant. It seems like that's how it is. Those who get reincarnated as a devil from being human have to become the servant of the devil who reincarnated them. More like, this is the rule of the devils. But you know, there are ranks among devils. It's something called peerage. I also have one. The place of your birth and your family background plays a big role in it, but there are also devils who have risen up. Everyone starts off as a novice first. Izuku, could you please stop talking like this is a recruiting commercial? I started to complain a little while thinking about my new life and organizing my new memories. Senpai starts whispering into my ears while I'm complaining. Her crimson hair smells so nice. It feels like my brain will paralyzed. Oh, is this also demonic power? By the way, you might be able to start a life where you can become popular with girls, you know. Those words started going around my mind. God damn it, I love and hate my perverted nature. Izuku, how? I said it. Questionable. Majority of the pure devils were killed in the war that took place long time ago. Because of that, devils started to desperately gather servants. Well, devils don't have the strength or the influence they originally had when they led their armies. Even so, we need to keep on increasing the number of the devils. Just like humans, the devils split in genders of male and female and are able to give birth. But even with normal birth, it will take a lot of time to get back to the same population as before. After all, devils have a very low birth rate. Then we won't be able to stand up against the fallen angels. So we find humans who seem to have potentials and make them into devils. As our servant, that is. Izuku, so, I'm a servant after all. Oh, don't make a face like that. Now, I will get to the point. Since this only increases the number of servants, it doesn't increase the number of powerful devils. So the devils decided to give chances for power to reincarnated devils, those who were reincarnated from a human. They decided to give peerage to reincarnated devils as well, as long as they are powerful. Because of that, there are many devils in human society. There are also numbers of devils like myself who came to human society as well. I see, even though you haven't realized it, I'm sure you have passed through some devils in this town. Izuku, so devils were always nearby then, yes. Though there are humans who can distinguish which ones are devils and those who can't. A person with a strong greed or a person who wants to get help from devils usually can distinguish us strongly. We are usually summoned by the ones who can distinguish between them through the leaflet with magic circle that we give out. There are people like you, ISE, who can distinguish devils but don't believe in our existence, but majority of them usually believe it if they see our demonic powers. Izuku, so the first time Issei summoned her was because of his strong greed. His perverted nature is strong. Anyway, you are all right with being my servant, right? If you have potential, then you will eventually stand out. And then, you might be able to receive a peerage. Izuku, yes. 𝗧𝗵𝗃, wrong. You will have to call me 𝗵𝗃𝗀. Izuku 𝗵𝗃𝗀. Can't I call you 𝗍𝗏𝗧𝗔? I suddenly cursed myself from that when I thought about it. Damn it, just because Issei always wanted a 𝗍𝗏𝗧𝗔, even though it's not even a Yuri situation, but that doesn't mean I have to deal with that. 𝗧𝗵𝗃 thought about it seriously for a while, and then shook her head. Which made me sigh in relief and a bit disappointed. That also sounds wonderful, but since I operate mainly in the school, being called 𝗵𝗃𝗀 has a better ring to it. This is a cult research club after all, and everyone here also calls me that. Izuku, okay then, 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗁. Teach me how to be a devil. At my words, 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗁 puts on a devilish smile. It seems like she is truly happy. Fufufu, good reply. Good boy, I said. Okay, I will change you into a man. 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗁 starts to touch my chin with her fingers. I blush a bit at that while thinking in my head, Izuku, I will awaken as a devil while serving under her from now on. No, I will rise up. This should be fine after all. I can't revert back to being a human anymore, right? And I'm sure this is Issei's thoughts now that I think about it. Then I will just have to walk straight ahead. I've already accepted the situation I am in now, no going back and just push forward. It might sound stupid, but it's fine, I guess. He already convinced himself with this and I have to achieve it for him. It's more like his perverted guts are functioning to the max. It's also because his tension is high too. I just sighed that I'm this guy's replacement and the one who is working for his ambition towards his rather than thinking about the new world I've now stepped my foot in. I sighed I will become 𝗵𝗃𝗃 Izuku's POV. If I think back calmly about that day, I may have been tricked into this situation by 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗁's demonic power. We are talking about a 𝗧𝗵𝗵 here. Being able to create a 𝗧𝗵𝗵 is amazing. My perversion is showing anyways. With this, I became a member of the Occult Research Club. Few days have passed since I became a devil. I'm just pedaling my bicycle like crazy in the middle of the night. Since that day, I've become 𝗬𝗧𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗁's servant and I have been working a lot. First, we gather at the old school building at night. This is because we devils can use our power more sufficiently at night. The unknown phenomenon that happens to me is the power of a devil. Since I'm a devil, my power increases during nighttime. It's such a wonderful thing. But the reason why I feel weak in the morning is also due to me being a devil. Devil hates light. It seems the stronger the power of light is, the more lethal it becomes to our bodies. Lights are poisonous. That's what I was told by 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗁. It seems like the fallen angels and the angels who uses light as their weapon is the natural enemies of devils. I was told to run away if I ever encounter them. But once you get used to it, it seems like you will be okay under the sun. The reason why I was weak in the morning is because of Issei's resurrection as a devil recently. Wix made his body couldn't stand the morning light at the time. It seems like I will get used to it after a while. The reason why Issei was left alone in the first place when he was resurrected as a devil was because 𝗧𝗏𝗏 wanted him to realize the changes in his body by himself. She was planning to tell me the truth and was waiting for the right time. That was the day when Issei was attacked by the guy wearing the suit. Anyways, I'm working hard as 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗏's servant devil. Since I just became a devil, I was told to study about the Devil's Society and how it works. I was ordered to give out these leaflets at night, so I can get used to it. I thought my parents will get worried if I was gone every night, but 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗁 said this to me with a smile. 𝗧𝗏𝗏, that day, I did all the necessary things when I met your parents, so it's fine. Certainly, my parents didn't get mad when I come home late after finishing my work. They just say, welcome home. 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗁𝗁's demonic power is amazing. Speaking about amazing, I was really amazed how much authority 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗁 have in the academy. The academy we go to is 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗁's territory. That's why she is like the controller of the academy behind the scene. It seems like the person in the highest position in our academy have ties with the devils and therefore can't oppose the people from the house of 𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗁. In other words, the academy is basically 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗁's personal belonging. That's also the reason why we are able to enter the school at night. And now back to my current work. Every day, I go around on my bicycle, posting a leaflet which can summon 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗃𝗏's group inside the mailboxes by using a mysterious device. It seems like the device I'm holding onto is a secret machine developed by the technology of the devils. It has a shape of those current portable game devices. There's a screen, and it has buttons. It's a touch pen type device. So it comes with a touch pen. And I'm using the device the way I was told to. The monitor displays the map of the town I live in, 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗁's territory. Each devil is given a certain territory in the human world, and they can only do their job within their territory. Our job. In other words, we get summoned, we then make contract, and then we grant their wish. As a price, we receive an award fitting for the particular wish they make. It can be money, an object, and at times even their life. Well, it seems like there aren't any contractors who will go far to use their life to make a wish. Even if there was a person like that, it usually gets cancelled since the price doesn't match up with their wish. According to 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗁, people's values aren't equal. Yup, it's harsh. And the light flashing on the monitor shows the houses where people with a lot of greed live. So I go to these areas to hand out the leaflet which comes with a magic circle. As long as there are lights flashing on the monitor, my work isn't finished. Because I turned into a devil, other people and even the police don't pay attention to me. Since I'm already active as a devil, humans don't realize my presence when I'm working. I have been pedaling my bicycle every day, but the light displayed on the monitor never disappears. That's how much humans are being with strong greed. Once you make a wish, it apparently becomes an addiction to keep on wishing for other ones. Making a contract is basically limited to occur at night. That's because devils are only allowed to work at night. The daytime is a time for the angels and God. That is the part that I still don't understand. The leaflets can only be used once, so once they use it, then I will have to hand it out again. In other words, my work will last forever. Well, thanks to that, 𝗬𝗧𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗁 and the others can continue to be active and we never run out of jobs. So we are certainly increasing our point as being a devil. It seems like we get acknowledged by the king of devils if we keep on making contracts and granting the wish of a human on a certain day after school while dealing with my classmate when they find it hard to believe that I've changed. Two of the girls who are part of the kendo club were asking me questions about my new behavior even after dealing with that, and also my two friends of the perverts. I just sighed thinking it's going to be a long day, and so today I was called over to the clubroom. Once I went inside the old building that I'm getting familiar with and headed towards the room on the second floor. Izuku, I'm coming in. When I went inside after saying that, everyone is already there. Oh, am I the last one? The room is dark and the window is covered to block the light from entering. The only light in the room is from the candles spread variously on the floor. So you came. As soon as 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗁 confirms that I'm here, she gives an order to Akino-san. Yes, 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗁. 𝗧𝗵𝗃𝗁𝗃, please come to the center of the magic circle. Akino-san tells me to come by using her hand. I walked to the center of the circle and waited. Your work of giving out the leaflets is over. Well done. 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗁 is smiling. I see, so I'm done with handing out leaflets. Now I will have you do the actual job of a devil. Oh, now I can make contracts. Yes, that's right. Though, since it's your first time, it's going to be a contract with someone who wants to make a small wish. There's 2 reservation contracts with Kaneko. Since it's hard to do both, I will leave one to you. Please help me out. Kaneko-chan bows her head. So I'm going on behalf of Kaneko-chan. That's okay. I was getting tired of handing out the leaflets. Unexpectedly, pedaling a bicycle every night and handing out the leaflets made me lonely. The other members are outside the circle. Akino-san, who is inside the circle, is casting something. Then, the magic circle starts emitting blue and white lights. Izuku-𝗵𝗃𝗁𝗃, keep quiet. Akino is currently inserting your carved seal into the magic circle. 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗁 says, my carved seal. It seems like the magic circle inside this room represents the 𝗳𝗵𝗃𝗲. I was told that for us, servant devils of 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗁, it's something like a family crest. So for people who are trying to summon us, and for people who want to make a contract with us, this sign represents our symbol. So the activation of the so-called demonic power is related to this. 𝗬𝗂𝗏 and the others have these signs on their bodies in different sizes and it operates whenever they use their demonic powers. That's what I was told. I thought about getting engraved with the same signs, but it seems like you have to learn how to control demonic powers when you first become a devil, and then using demonic power which creates natural phenomenon by coordinating it through the magic circle after that. Well, that's what I thought. I see, put your palms towards here. I put my left hand towards 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗁, just like she said. 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗁 writes something on my palm with her fingers. Is she writing a charm? It feels like she is drawing something like a circle. Then my palm glows. There is a circular symbol, a magic circle engraved in my hand. It's glowing in blue and white. This allows you to transport to the client's place instantly by making you go through the teleportation type magic circle. And when the contract is done, it lets you return to this room. Oh, I get it now. So it has that kind of ability. Akino, are you ready? Yes, 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗁𝗃. Akino-san steps out the magic circle. Now stand in the center. I stand at the center of the magic circle like she urges me to. Then the magic circle starts to make a stronger glow. The magic circle is responding to the client. You will be teleported to that location now. You already have the manual for what to do after getting teleported, right? Izuku, yes, good response. Now, get going. I have my tension rising up. My first job. I'm definitely going to accomplish it safely. The magic circle starts to glow even stronger. It looks like I'm getting teleported there instantly. There are many lights which are covering my body. I closed my eyes because of the brightness. Next time I open my eyes, I will be at the client's place. And then I was teleported here. Did I make it to the client's location? I opened my eyes and I got speechless because of my surroundings. I'm still in the club room. When I look, Bucho seems to be troubled and is putting her hand on her forehead. Akino-san is saying era with a disappointed face. Kiba sighed at this as well. I'm wondering, did something happen to me? I see. Bucho calls my name. Izuku, yes. It's unfortunate, but it seems like you can't use the magic circle to get transported to the client's location. What does that mean? I put on a puzzled expression, and Senpai explains to me. Magic circle requires certain amount of demonic powers. It doesn't require that much demonic power. No, it's a feat that could be done by any devil. Even children. Transportation through the magic circle is the first and the easiest step of being a devil. In other words, your demonic powers are below that of children. No, it's so low that the magic circle can't respond to it. Your demonic power is incredibly low. Izuku, what? I mean, if my demonic powers are that low, then ****, I need to figure this out. Oh well, unsightly. Kaneko-chan says it expressionlessly. That is a severe hit, era. We are in trouble. What should we do, Bucho? Akino-san also has a troubled face and asks Bucho. Then Bucho says it clearly to me after thinking for a while. Since there is a client, we can't let him wait. I see. Yes. This never happened before, but you will have to go there on your own feet. I just nodded saying I understand. Yes, just like how you handed out the leaflet, you will have to go to the client's house by bicycle. This can't be helped. You don't have any demonic powers after all. You will have to make up for that with your own body. I just nodded. Rias, hurry and get going. It's a devil's job to make contracts. You can't make humans wait. I quickly did a salute and summoned 𝗳𝗃𝗃𝗃, leaving my other club members in shock. Rias, he's going to me very enjoyable. Akino only giggled while Kiba smiled and Kaneko staring at where I used to be. Izuku's POV. It's midnight and I was running at maximum speed. I was a bit disappointed that I couldn't transport a devil who can't get summoned through a magic circle. This is the first time, using the devil's portable device, running towards the person who called me, not even breaking a sweat. It's an apartment located 20 minutes away from the school. The client is in one of those rooms. If it's a 𝗳𝗏𝗄𝗏 service, customers will get mad because of the late 𝗳𝗏𝗄𝗏. It's usually instant teleportation. But I made the client wait for 20 minutes. If you are working in a store, then your manager will be mad at you. My manager was troubled when I did that. Did I leave a bad impression on him? Living as a devil sure is hard. I knock on the door. Good evening. I'm an errand from the 𝗳𝗏𝗄𝗏. Excuse me, but this is the house that summoned us, right? Who's there? What I heard is a voice of panicked man. I'm a devil. I'm a newbie and I came here because I was called by you. Don't lie. There isn't any devil that knocks on doors. Devils come out from this leaflet. That's how it was for the past summoning. And the one I called for is Kaneko-chan. Yeah, he's right. I will apologize for that. I'm sorry. It's also an unexpected incident for me and the others. I'm sorry. It seems like I don't have enough demonic powers, so I can't appear from the magic circle. You might just be a pervert. I got off as soon as he said that and was about to Detroit smash his door. I'm not a pervert. And how should I know? If I could, I also wanted to appear through the magic circle. Why are you the one getting you super pervert? Okay, that was it, super pervert. I'm telling you that I'm a devil. Go home. The client opens his door so he can complains he was man and looked unhealthy. He looked at me with anger, but as soon as he looks at my face, his expression softens. Are you crying? When I put my hand on my cheek, tears is on my hand. I'm crying. What the hell, when did I stated to cry? Is that so? So you were shocked to find out that you can't teleport through the magic circle? I just went with it, fro, and said it looks like it. I was then allowed to come into his room. He even made tea for me. The incident about the teleportation and the argument earlier crushed my heart more than I expected, and unconsciously I was crying, which I didn't know to begin with. The client, 𝗵𝗃𝗧𝗏, who saw that, allowed me to come inside his room after feeling sorry for me. His room looks clean. It's a tidy room for a single guy like him to live in. He told me that he works for the government during the day. 𝗵𝗃𝗧𝗏 does his job seriously, but he was craving to get in touch with other people, so he ended up summoning devils from that leaflet. So it's not 𝗵𝗃𝗁, he fell in love with 𝗵𝗃𝗁 at first sight, who was the first devil he made contract with, and since then he has been summoning her. I'm sorry, but apparently that girl is popular with other clients as well. It seems like she is in charge of the cuteness department. When you summon a devil, you can wish for which devil to summon by calling out that devil's name. Well, that's how it was explained to me. And today 𝗵𝗃𝗁's job was passed to me. There are cases when the devil they chose can't be summoned, so another devil goes as their substitute. I wished for a devil from the cuteness category when I used the leaflet. I'm a cute newbie, so can you be okay with that? Huh. You talk of something impossible. If I had a silver sword with me, I would have stabbed you. Oni-san, you are laughing but your eyes look serious. By the way, what were you going to wish for when you tried to summon 𝗵𝗃𝗁? That was my question. Maybe I can also grant that wish of him. But that was instantly shattered when 𝗵𝗃𝗧𝗏 took out a certain thing from the corner of his room. I wanted her to wear this. Which girl's school uniform is that from? I think I have seen it somewhere before. Or maybe I haven't. It's the uniform of Nagato Yuki. Nagatoa. From 𝗧𝗵𝗲𝗵𝗃𝗁. Even I know it. 𝗧𝗵𝗲𝗵𝗃𝗁 series. It was a popular anime last year. Hell, thank you for bestowing your knowledge, Issei. I sighed internally for that. Devil-kun, do you also like Nagato? No, I'm more of an Asakura Ryuko fan. And your reason? Her melons. 𝗵𝗃𝗧𝗏 lost his word when he heard me reply without a second thought. Asakura Ryuko, a regular character from 𝗧𝗵𝗲𝗵𝗃𝗁 series, and an appealing girl with a glamorous body. So you are a big melons lover? Yes, 𝗵𝗃𝗏 are packed with dreams. That I am very sure of. I then imagine Bucho's naked melons bouncing. Bucho, I've fallen in love with your 𝗵𝗃𝗏 at first sight. I was too embarrassed to say it in front of you, but I will definitely protect your 𝗵𝗃𝗏, Bucho. But inside I was losing it. Izuku Midoriya 𝗵𝗃𝗏. 𝗵𝗃𝗧𝗏 makes a lecherous expression while smirking. You have good eyes. Seems like you have an extremely high passion towards 𝗵𝗃𝗏. I see, so you have an opposite FTSH as me. I like small girls. I can understand that. I have a friend with the same taste. The guy that appears to my mind is my evil buddy who wears glasses, 𝗵𝗃𝗏. He is a genuine pervert. That I am very sure of. Yes. Don't you think she, 𝗵𝗃𝗁, looks similar to Nagato? For example, her atmosphere. Though she's a bit short. When you say it like that, 𝗵𝗃𝗁 has a small body, she shows no expression, she has a body with no curves, her hair is short, and so they do seem similar. Nagato Yuki is also a character like that. That's why I wanted her to wear this. I really wanted her to wear it. 𝗵𝗃𝗧𝗏 shed tears of regret. He sure is regretting it. He really wanted her to wear it. I'm sorry about it. Okay then. Let me wear it. I'll kill you. 𝗵𝗃𝗧𝗏 turns down my kind offer while shouting. Please don't get mad while crying out that much. It's a joke. I'm just kidding. 𝗵𝗃𝗧𝗏 tries to calm down after whipping off his tears. He takes a deep breath and calms down. Well, never mind. So what is your special skill? You are a devil, so you should be good at something, right? Something like using a mysterious power. Just to tell you, 𝗵𝗃𝗁 has extreme strength. She carried me like a princess. 𝗵𝗃𝗧𝗏 says it with pride. Where has your pride as a man gone off to? Yeah, there must be people who get all high by being lifted up by a girl. But my special trait. I crossed my arm and then say it seriously. My special skill, I would say, is being able to power up similar to the characters of Dragon Ball. Go kill yourself. What? What's with that response? You shouldn't say that right away. And your words had so much killing intent in it. Of course I am. In what kind of world is there a devil that has the power-up similar to Goku and other Saiyan as his special skill? Right, H-E-R-E, I said it strongly while pointing at myself. Then do it. I will. If you can do it, then do it. Don't look down on us, the generation who grew up with Dragon Ball. When we were in junior school, all of us practiced doing Kamehameha during break every Monday and even doing the pose to power up into a Super Saiyan. We even tried to collect spirits so we could use the Genkidama, though nothing happened. Don't look down on our generation. Shut up. So who cares if you were raised while watching Dragon Ball? I have all of the manga volumes. I even bought the special cover version in first print as well. Me and my mates also played hide and seek by using key. I talked back to all of his argument. I'm really, then I'll show you. 𝗳𝗍𝗧𝗔𝗍's version of Super Saiyan, I activate my sacred gear. First I close my eyes, and then I clenched my fist going into the pose. Then I imagined Son Goku in my head. After that smirked, I put all my energy in it. Take this, you Dragon Ball generation. This is my ultimate attack. Flash. Instantly my left arm glows. The sacred gear, a red gauntlet, appears while covering my left arm. How's that? This is my sacred gear. But I wasn't done yet. Izuku, I'll show you my full power. Izuku OFA full cowling 100% flow. I then look at Morisawa-san, and he is crying hard. He then grabs volume 1 of Dragon Ball from his bookshelf. He grabs my hand and we exchanged a passionate handshake. Let's talk about it. I powered down my quirk flow and tears started flowing out of my eyes. That's enough to understand what he is trying to say. Any Dragon Ball fan will understand what he is trying to say. Yes, let's talk about it. So the long night starts. Me too. I also think it was good that Wakamoto-san voiced Cell as well. Yeah. It sounded just like how I imagined it to be. After he got his manga, we've been laughing and talking for the past hours. As we talk, we forgot the age gap between us and have already became friends. He had a bad first impression, but when we started talking, we realized we can get along. Maybe I should make a contract with you as well. Yeah. President. Thank you for the contract. Yes. I've gotten my first contract. My road to getting a peerage has started. My legend starts from here. Okay, it might be a standard wish, but can I wish to become rich? I see. That is indeed a normal but a popular wish people would ask. I turned on the portable device for devils and operated it. When I input his wish, the answer appears. In your case, for you to fulfill that wish, your price would be your life. So you will die. Die? Yes, in the devil's world, they say that individuals' life isn't equal. I'm sorry. So for you to wish becoming rich, Morisawa-san, you would have to die. It feels like I just got my heart ripped out, but that's okay. Anyway, if I make that wish, where will I die? You will die as soon as the money starts dropping from the sky. Looks like you can't even touch it. This is awful. Gua. So I can't smack the money onto your face then. Hey, don't try to hit me with it. Yeah, I just witnessed someone's dream getting crushed. I see. Like I thought, making a wish like that is basically near impossible for Morisawa-san. So this is what Bucho means, that people's value isn't equal. What an unfair world we live in. Then how about a 𝗧𝗵𝗲? How about wishing for lots of girls in a sumptuous feast? So you will go there? I'm a bit moved. He's a guy, after all. Of course he will wish for something like that. Morisawa-san. I also love it's every man's dream after all. Amazing. I think I can enjoy drinking alcohol with you one day. Even though I'm a minor. I don't care about that, so what does it say? I input his wish in the device. Oh my, that's a harsh answer. Well, it says that you would die as soon as the appealing women and girls come into your sight. I'm going to die just by seeing them. No, it says as soon as they come into your sight, so you won't be able to tell whether they are appealing or not. That's harsh. Isn't it better to walk past appealing girls in the city? Yuawa. Suddenly Morisawa-san, who is an adult, starts to cry. So I was a human who didn't have much worth. I can only say I'm sorry for being born. I pat softly on Morisawa-san's shoulder. Let's continue talking about Dragon Ball till morning. You want to battle play Dragon Ball? I will be Goku and you can be Frieza. Is that okay? Morisawa-san nods his head while crying. Like this, my first contract became invalid because I have to take care of my client. I sighed internally at this, but I just hope I don't see Bucho mad after that. I'm now on the street with my bike Izuku. Well, this I didn't get a pact. Oh well, suddenly I felt a presence nearby, the same feeling that this body felt against that male fallen angel. I turned around to see that it was woman, and oh boy was she downright gorgeous. Well, it looks you're the one I'm intend to kill. The name's 𝗧𝗪, and in order to kill you this truly unusual I can only step back and glare at this woman, and it got serious when she sprout out wings. Izuku, a fallen angel, huh? 𝗧𝗪, I wonder why you're still alive. She was supposed to take care of this already, but oh well. 𝗧𝗪 summoned a spearman light and fired it at me, but I dodged just in time. 𝗧𝗪. No way, is that the 𝗳𝗵𝗃 family crest? When she saw it on my hand I got ready to fight. 𝗧𝗪. So you're the one 𝗧𝗪𝗃 must have took for a stray. Well, now this turned out more interested. The fact that you're a member of the 𝗳𝗵𝗃 household makes all the better for you to be destroyed. She then aimed her holy light spear at me. Everything was in slow motion for me. I closed my eyes and took deep breaths. Izuku, one for all the sparks of 𝗳𝗧𝗧𝗔𝗃 to fork around my body, and not only that but my sacred gear activated connected to my emotion. Izuku full cowling. The shout I produced caused strong winds to form pushing back the light spear, and also the woman. My emotion started the gear to produce a bright green light with my wings out, and this caused the woman's clothes to be ripped apart. 𝗧𝗪. No way, a sacred gear, there's no way I'm dealing with that. I'm out of here. She was about to fly away until lighting sparks was in front of her. When she saw me she was suddenly filled with fear when she looked into my eyes. Izuku, before you go tell Yuma I said hi. I only smiled at her when she left, and I just sighed while hitting the ground and took deep breaths. I deactivated OFA and also my sacred gear. Izuku *, breathe *. I guess I'm going to have to train again since this body isn't used to OFA. The other times I was lucky. I don't need to deal with injuries again, not this time. Izuku's POV. Next day, after school. Bucho looked angry. She's lifting her eyebrow and she didn't say a single word. I'm standing in front of her and my face was getting pale. Yesterday, I was playing Dragon Ball with my client and finished the night with it. Oh yeah, 𝗧𝗵𝗃 said something like this with a bitter smile earlier. This kind of case has never happened before. I see. The tone of her voice was deep and scary. Yes. You talked with the client about manga, and what happened after that? What about the contract? She came straight to the point. I have sweats coming out of me. The contract became invalid? We played a certain manga till morning. Battle play. Please. You act as a character from that a specific manga and then start an imagination fight. I know that as a high school boy I should be embarrassed. No, as a professional devil I should be also embarrassed. I'm regretting it. I'm very sorry. I bow down my head while apologizing. Seriously, what on earth was I doing till morning? After the contract, we asked the client to fill in the questionnaire on the leaflet we gave them. We asked the client, how was your contract with the devil? The questionnaire which is filled appears in this leaflet, but Bucho shows the paper with the feedback for the questionnaire to me. So there's a thing like that. Devil's job are more complex than I thought. It was fun. It was my first time having a good time like this. I would like to meet with Ise-kun again. I hope I can make a good contract with him next time. This is the questionnaire filled by the client. I don't know what to say, Morisawa-san. I wasn't able to do anything but you. This is the first time I received a feedback like this. I wasn't sure what to do first. That's why I put on a weird expression, because I didn't know how to react to this. So Bucho isn't mad. But it's true that I didn't make a contract. To devils, what's important is that we actually make a contract with humans who summoned us. We then receive the price from them. That's how devils have lived for a long time ago. I didn't know how to react because this is the first time I encountered an incident like this. You might have failed as a devil, but the client was happy with you. Bucho has a puzzled expression, but she then smiles. But it's interesting. That is certain. There wasn't any devil like you, but you really are an interesting boy. You might become the #1 devil for unexpected things. But remember to do the basics. You make contracts with the clients, you grant their wish, and then you receive the price. Yes. I'll do my best. 𝗬𝗀𝗄 forgives my actions that made me sigh in relief, but I need to take this seriously the next time I have a client at night after I made a vow. Once again, I'm doing my job. I'm on full throttle pedaling my bicycle towards the client's house at night. This time, I'm heading towards a mansion that is 30 minutes away from the school. It took me 30 minutes to reach even though I was going at full speed. The client isn't right. I stand in front of the door and rang the bell. A devil who has to ring the doorbell truly is saddening. I also want to get summoned through the magic circle soon. Then after a short time, there is a reply through the interphone. It's opened. Come in you. It's really a thick voice. It's a guy. New. Did he just say new? No, it must be my ears. I opened the door, took off my shoes at the entrance, and walked timidly into the mansion. The moment I opened the door, I became speechless. Welcome new. A humongous body. And an overwhelming presence. It's an enormous guy with incredible muscles wearing a 𝗧𝗵𝗃 outfit. If I look carefully, the buttons on the outfit looks like they are about to fall off. There are also some places in his outfit which looks like it's about to get ripped. More than that, his eyes are filled with overwhelming killing intent, but his eyes have a glow of a pure innocent person. No, the most unusual thing is his head. He has cat ears. I swallow down my spit. A single sweat drops from my cheek. My hands are shaking because I'm getting nervous. This isn't a man. He is a man among all man. An overwhelming presence and the sense of being in danger. I have a hunch. A hunch that I will be killed in an unreasonable death. You? A devil? Did you summon a devil from the Gshyhh group? I ask him timidly. Flash. The man's eye glows while making sound effect. It feels like there is intense battle spirit between us. I'm going to get killed. Even though I'm a devil, I changed my posture to protect myself. That's right now. I called Devil-san because I want to make a wish. Unexpected words came out from his thick mouth. He ends his sentences with new. Impossible? Is he even allowed to do that? I want you to make 𝗵𝗃𝗃 a magical girl new. Please teleport to another world then. I give him my answer right away. It's impossible. That's really impossible. Seriously. I hold my head down because of his wish is something beyond what I expected. What the heck is 𝗵𝗃𝗃? This man's words starts to confuse me. With that body of yours, you can go to another dimension and return back here alive. You can probably defeat Satan as well. I already tried that, new. You actually tried it? But it was impossible, new. There was no one who would give 𝗵𝗃𝗃 magical powers. Well, you can say that this situation is kind of magical. The only option left is to ask my archenemy, Devil-san new. I already have myself treated as his enemy without realizing it. But I won't say anything to him. Devil-san. The voice released by this man, 𝗵𝗃𝗃, shakes the whole room. What is this? Sound magic. Please give 𝗵𝗃𝗃 a fantasy-like powers, new. Don't worry, you look fantasy-like enough. I'm the one who feels like crying. I start to cry for real. Damn it. How come all the clients I'm in charge of are a bunch of perverts? What's the meaning of this? 𝗵𝗃𝗃, calm down. I will listen to what you have to say. First things first, I think I need to calm this man down and listen to his story. 𝗵𝗃𝗃 puts on a big smile with his scary face after he wipes his tears. Then let's watch Magical Girl Milky Spiral 7 Alternative together. The story about the magic starts from there. My long night has begun. This blows damn it Izuku's POV. It's already the next day, and I'm on my way home after the regular club activity ended. I made a sigh. Even today, 𝗬𝗃𝗃 put on a weird expression. My contract became invalid twice in a row. But I did got the best feedback. 𝗬𝗃𝗃 became confused again because she encountered an incident that she never has experienced twice in a row. I'm sorry for getting involved in a weird situation. I feel bad, but it seems like my road to getting a peerage will be harder than I thought. Last night, I watched the anime DVD till morning with 𝗵𝗃𝗃. At first I wasn't serious in watching it, but I got hooked to the magical girl anime due its hot actions and the story which made me cry, so I ended up watching till morning. Besides that, why are all of my clients a bunch of perverts? Ahaha, 𝗳𝗃𝗃 must have a demonic power that attracts people like that. 𝗂𝗵𝗃 said something like that to me earlier with his refreshing smile. I hear that the chances of him being summoned by appealing older woman is high. Makes me wonder what kind of contracts does he have with them. My mind suddenly went to if he does us XL favors, making shook my head at that a sudden voice. At the same time I heard the voice from behind me, there was also a sound of something dropping on the ground. When I turned around, there was a sister who was on the floor. She was spreading her arms wide open and has her face on the ground. That certainly is a clumsy way of falling down. Are you okay? I approach the sister and give her my hand so she can stand up. Why do I keep on tripping over? Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you very much. Judging from her voice, she is young. Is she the same age as me? I take her hand to lift her up. Wind blows, the sister's veil flies off because of the wind. Her blonde hair, which is hidden underneath, falls down onto her shoulders. Her straight blonde hair is sparkling with light because of the sunshine. Then my eyes move towards her face. My heart was taken by her instantly. For some unknown reason, a blonde hair beauty was standing in front of me. Both of her green eyes look so appealing that it feels I will be into it. For a while I was gazing at her. Is something wrong? The sister looks directly into my face with a worried expression. Sorry. I can't say it. There's no way that I can tell her I was fascinated with her. Rather, this girl is it. Yeah, I'm talking about that. Is that? She looks exactly like my ideal girl, blonde beauty version. Of course I would be attracted to her. It feels like I need to continue talking to her. Is this as a flag? I'm thinking something selfish like that. Then the traveling bag she was carrying on her shoulder appears to my eyes. If I think about it, it's a rare occasion to see a nun in a town. It's my first time seeing one. Before that, I need to pick up her veil. Luckily, it landed nearby. Traveling. No, that's not it. I was appointed to the church in this town. You must be a resident of this town. It's a pleasure to meet you. She bows her head. Getting placed in the church of this town. Staff reassignment. Looks like the church is also having a tough time. I have been in trouble since I got here. I can't speak Japanese that well. I was lost and other people couldn't understand what I was saying. She holds her hand together in front of her chest and looks really sad. So that means this person can't speak Japanese. The reason why she can speak with me is because this is the power of a devil. That's what Bucho told me before. When you turn into a devil, one of the unique ability you attain is language. The moment you turn into a devil, everyone in the world can understand what you are saying. People listening to you will hear it in the language they are most familiar with. If they are American, then they will hear it in English. If they are Spanish, then they will hear it in Spanish. And also the opposite. If they speak in a language besides Japanese, you will hear it in Japanese. Yeah, it's happening just like Bucho said. During the English lecture, I heard everything in Japanese. I was shocked. When I was told to read an English paragraph by the English teacher, I somehow read it and all of my classmates looked shocked. Of course they would. Since I can speak English naturally now, so obviously my classmates will be shocked. Even the teacher froze because of it. Well, the letters and vocabulary didn't change to Japanese because it's limited to sound only. But that's good enough. It's too amazing if I can exchange language anywhere in the world. Just like that, I turned into an international high school student without any requirements. I think I might know where the church is. I think there is an old church in the outer part of this town. I think it's that church. It's a good thing Issei's memories are sharp even though there's a lot of **𝗧𝗵𝗃 porno mags there, but is that church still even used? Why you do? Thank you. This is all thanks to God. She smiles at me with tears flowing from her eyes. This girl is really cute. But when I look at the rosario glowing from her chest, it gave me an extremely negative reaction. Well, of course it does, since I'm a devil. She is the type of human that I shouldn't talk to or get involved with. But I can't leave a girl in trouble alone. Like this, I took this sister to the church. On our way to the church, we went past a park. What I heard was the cry of a boy. Are you alright, Yoshikun? He will be fine since he is with his mum. It seems like he just tripped over. But suddenly, the sister who is walking behind me walks towards the park. Hey! Sister went inside the park and went towards the boy who is sitting down and crying. I also followed the sister. Are you okay? Boys shouldn't cry with a minor injury like this. Sister pats the boy's head gently. The boy probably didn't understand what she is saying. But the sister has a very kind expression. The sister put her palm where the boy has injured himself. Next moment, I was in shock. A green light orb appears from the sister's palm and is flashing onto the boy's knee. What's that? Demonic powers. 𝗵𝗃𝗄 said that it can only be used by devils and someone related to devils, so it can't be. When I look carefully, the boy's injury starts to disappear. Is the light from her hand healing the boy's injury? Something appears on my mind. Sacred gear. A special power which is bestowed upon certain people. I think that's what 𝗂𝗵𝗃𝗧 said before. I somehow feel this is it as well. Looking at that light makes my left arm ache. This has to be related. Did my sacred gear react with her sacred gear? Is it responding to it? When I look again, the boy's injury is gone and there isn't even a trace left. Amazing. This is also the power of a sacred gear. There are so many different types of it. The boy's mother is in shock. Anyone who sees unimaginable things will have a similar reaction. Here your wounds are healed. The pain should be gone now. The sister pats the boy's head and looks at me. I'm sorry, but I had to. She laughs while sticking her tongue out. The boy's mother, who was shocked before, shook her head, then grabs the boy's hand so they can leave quickly. Thank you, 𝗏𝗏𝗏. The boy's words. Words of gratitude. He said, thank you, 𝗏𝗏𝗏. She smiles happily after I translated for her. That power, yes, it's the power to heal. It's a wonderful power that God gave me. She looks a bit sad, even though she's smiling. Somehow it seems like she has some dark past or something. I probably shouldn't get too deep into it. It's not the atmosphere where I should say, actually, I have a sacred gear as well. It's an unusual power and maybe some people may suffer because of it. Even I didn't feel happy when my sacred gear was covering my arm. Instead, I was really shocked. I still didn't know how to use this sacred gear, therefore I wasn't happy at all. The only thing I can use it for is to mimic 𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗏. The conversation ends there, and we continued walking towards the church. We reached an old church after walking for a few minutes. Yeah, the only church I know is this. It's just as old as I remember. I never heard that this place is still being used, but you can see the light inside the church, so that means that there are people inside. I suddenly felt chills, and sweat was coming out of my body. It's been like this since before. I knew it. I'm a devil, so the church, which belongs to the God and the angels, will be an enemy's territory for me. Even 𝗵𝗃𝗄 said that I should never get close to a church or a shrine very strongly. Yes, this is the place. I'm so glad. Sister shows a sigh of relief after having compared our location with the map she has. Oh, so this is the right place. That's good. I shouldn't stay here any longer. It's getting dark, so I should be going now. It's a waste to say goodbye to a beauty like her, but I'm a devil and she is a nun. Love between different sides may sound romantic, but this would be a different case. That's because I'm getting really scared of the church. My whole body won't stop shaking. This sign of fear must be a special trait for devils. It feels like I'm a frog being watched by a snake. No, rather I'm a frog who doesn't know what to do after being found by the snake. Then I'll be on my way. Please wait. I say my farewell and try to leave, but the sister's words stops me. I would like to make you some tea as a gratitude for taking me here. Oh, I'm in a rush so I have to get going. But she's troubled. She probably wants to make me some tea to show her gratitude, but drinking tea here will be dangerous. It's a shame, but I have to refuse. My name is 𝗳𝗍𝗍𝗍. Everyone around me calls me ISE. So you can call me ISE as well. What's your name? When I give her my name, she responds with a smile. My name is 𝗧𝗧𝗟𝗏 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪 Yes. Asen, I will definitely come and see you. Asia bows her head down. I left the place after waving my hands towards her. She watched me until I was out of her sight. I understood that she is a good girl, but something doesn't feel right with the church. It felt like someone was watching me and Asia, and that scent was familiar to me. I just shrugged my shoulders and went on my way towards school. Izuku's POV. It was nighttime and I'm at the club room telling the others on what occurred before coming to school, and let me tell you, Rias was seriously mad at me, and for some reason she looked freaking adorable. Don't ever get close to the church again. I'm being scolded by 𝗵𝗃𝗀 in the club room, and like I said, she looked adorable to us devils. The church is an enemy's territory. Just stepping into it can cause a rift between the devils and God. Since it was an act of kindness by taking the nun to the church, they didn't harm you, but the angels are always on the lookout. You were in a situation where it wouldn't be strange for them to hit you with a spear of light. I see how bad the situation is now that I think about it. The chills I felt before wasn't normal. So that's what it means to detect danger similar to 𝗳𝗏𝗪. I need to be able to access the other quirks, and I haven't been able to contact my past predecessors. Don't get involved with people from the church, especially the exorcists who are our biggest enemy. They could easily eliminate us because their powers are supported by the prayer of God. More so if it is an exorcist with a sacred gear. That would be the same as standing on the boundary of death. 𝗵𝗃𝗀 looks at me directly with her blue eyes while waving her crimson hair. I just nodded my head telling her I understood. You could avoid death as a human by being resurrected as a devil. But devils who are exorcised become completely terminated. They return to nothing. Nothing. There is nothing left and you feel nothing. Do you know how serious that is? I've seen death more ways than one. I died and returned from the dead to be inside a dude's body who's perverted as 𝗵𝗃𝗧𝗵𝗲 and 𝗵𝗃𝗧𝗏 shakes her head after seeing my confused face is what she thought, but to me I was wondering my life choices, to be honest. I'm sorry. I got too heated. Anyway, be careful from now on. Izuku, my conversation with 𝗵𝗃𝗀 ends there. Era, did you finish lecturing him? Izuku. Akino-san was standing behind me and I didn't even realize it. She is smiling like usual, which kinda scares me. Akino, did something happen? Akino-san's expression changes after 𝗵𝗃𝗀 asks her. We received an order for a hunt from the Archduke. Izuku, I wonder what's going to happen next. Izuku's POV, stray devils. There are beings that are called as such, devils who were turned into a servant devil of a devil with a peerage but who betrayed or killed its emperor. Cases like that rarely occur. The power of devils are enormous. You can't even compare it to the time when you were a human. So there will be those who choose to use that power for their own self-interests. Those devils leave their MSTR's place and cause destruction at different location. That is a stray devil. The fallen angel 𝗳𝗏𝗪𝗃 who wore a suit mistook me for a stray devil from what I've gathered from Issei's memories, so in other words, a stray dog. Stray dogs create troubles. When found, the MSTR or the other devils are ordered to eliminate them. That is the law of the devils. Other beings such as angels and fallen angels seize them as threats and they will eliminate the stray devils whenever found. There is nothing scarier than a devil who does not abide by any rule. I went to the unused building located at the outer part of the town along with 𝗵𝗃𝗀, Akino-san, 𝗵𝗃𝗀, and Kaneko-chan. Every night, a stray devil is luring humans to the building to feed on them. As such, there was a request from the high-class devil to hunt them. Since it has escaped to the territory of 𝗧𝗵𝗪𝗧, I would like to ask you to eliminate it. Apparently, this is also one of the jobs of a devil. Eating a human. There are evil devils like that as well. No, naturally, devils are like that. So the only reason they are quiet is because they abide by the law. Yeah, they are devils after all. It's midnight. It's a world of darkness. There's a lot of tall grasses surrounding me, and I can see the unused building far away from here. It's one of the devil's traits to have a clear view at night. Having a clear view of a creepy place like this isn't so good. Smell of BLD. Kaneko-chan covers her nose with her uniform after she says that. Smell of BLD. I can't smell a hint of BLD, so it means Kaneko-chan has a good sense of smell. It became quiet. I can feel the presence of an enemy nearby, and its intent to kill us isn't normal. I narrowed my eyes waiting for the opportunity for the enemy to strike. 𝗵𝗃𝗀, who is up at the front putting her hands on her hips, looked at my direction. It's a good opportunity to experience what it's like to fight. 𝗵𝗃𝗀 says, meaning she thinks I have no hint of fighting prowess at all. Izuku, Hey Bucho, she says it straight at me, you can watch what a devil's battle is like. Today, just concentrate and look at how we fight. Yes. I will also explain the traits the servants have. Explain. The traits servants have. I do wonder what are they. Bucho then continues. Devils, who are the give traits to those who will become their servants. Yes, it's probably about time I explain about it and also about the history of devils. Bucho starts to explain about the current situation of the devils. Long time ago, there was a three-sided war between the devils, the fallen angels, and God with its angels' followers. All three sides had a large army and they fought for almost eternity. As a result, all three sides lost most of their troops and the war finished several hundred years ago with no side winning. 𝗵𝗃 continues after Bucho. The devils were no exception. Big devils with peerage who commanded about 20 or 30 troops lost most of their underlings because of the war. They lost so many that they couldn't even form new armies. Akino-san continues on from there. I heard that most of the pure devils passed away in that war. Even after the war, there are still problems between the devils, the fallen angels and God. Even though the fallen angels and God's side also lost most of their troops, we are still in a position where we can't let our guard down, or else we will be in trouble. Then, Bucho speaks again. Then, the devils decided to use a system to form a small group of soldiers. And that is the evil peace. Evil peace. Seems like it's going to get complicated, but I have to listen to it seriously. Admit I wish I still gave my notebook. Doing everything over from scratch is going to be a pain. Devils with peerage decide to use the traits of the humans' game chess to their servant devils. It was also sarcasm, because most of the servants are devils that were reincarnated from humans. Since then, chess became a popular game in the world of the devils. We'll leave that aside. Devils who are in our case, that is me. From there, they created 5 special traits that consist of queen, knight, rook, bishop, and pawn. Since they couldn't make an army, they decided to have a small number of devils and give them enormous powers. This system was made in the past few hundred years, and this unexpectedly became popular amongst devils with peerage. Popular? You mean the chess rule? They started to compete against each other. For example, like, my knight is stronger, or no, my rook is stronger. As a result, high-class devils started to play a game like that of chess against each other using their servant devils. We call it the rating game. Anyway, this game became very popular amongst the devils. Now, there are even tournaments for it. The strength of their pieces, and also how strong they are at the game affects the devil's social position and their peerage. There is a thing called 𝗵𝗃𝗁, where they gather humans with talents and make them into their pieces. It's very popular recently. Talented servants become their status. I see, so being strong in that game means that you are a splendid devil. It also becomes your pride then. So servant devils are former humans and they function by becoming the pieces in the game. I'm not a mature devil yet, so I can't participate in the official tournament. Even if I could, there are things that I need to go through, or else I can't play. In short, ISE and my other servants here won't be participating in a game for a while. So does that mean that 𝗵𝗃 and the others haven't played in that game yet? Yeah. 𝗵𝗃 answers my question. The world of devils is strange. I used to imagine them being evil and scary, but it looks like my imagination is incorrect. Or maybe I feel like that because I'm still ignorant of the ways of the devil's world. Before that, there is something that is bothering me. Position is peace. Bucho, what is my role and traits? And what piece am I? You are Bucho stops there. I also know the reason why, and I can feel chills all over my body. That's because of the presence of the enemy and its intent to kill became much stronger. I can smell something disgusting, but I can also smell something delicious. Is it sweet? Or is it sour? A low voice which is coming from below the ground. This weirdness isn't normal. Just hearing its voice scares me. Stray devil 𝗧𝗍𝗧. We are here to eliminate you. Bucho says, take it. The abnormal laughter echoes around us. I now clearly understand. This isn't a laugh of a human. It's also not a laugh of a devil that I know of. And a topless woman appears from the shadow. But the woman's body is floating. Step a heavy footsteps. The next thing that appears is the body of a gigantic beast. It's a grotesque being with an unnatural form having a woman's upper body and the lower body of a monster. The lower body of the monster has 4 fat legs with sharp claws. Is it a snake tail? The tail is moving on its own. From the size of it, it's definitely more than 5 meters tall. If it stands on its hind legs, won't it be much taller? Leaving your 𝗵𝗃𝗲𝗏's side and rampaging as you please definitely deserve death. In the name of 𝗬𝗏𝗃, I will gladly eliminate you. You are cunning for a little 𝗬𝗏𝗧𝗟𝗘. I will rip your body and color it in red just like your hair. The monster barks, but Bucho just laughs with her nose. Grunts sure do speak in a stylish manner. Yudo. Yes. With the sound of something moving at high speed, 𝗬𝗏𝗃, who was near me, sprints ahead as soon as Bucho gives him an order. Fast. He's insanely fast, almost similar to Ido. I will continue from the lecture before. Bucho says. Yudo's position is knight. Its trait is speed. Those who become tight have their speed increased. Just like Bucho said, 𝗬𝗏𝗃's speed increases, and eventually I wasn't able to follow his movements with my eyes. The monster is using its spear to attack, but it didn't seem like it will hit. And Yuto's ultimate weapon is swords. 𝗬𝗏𝗃 stops and suddenly he is holding onto a European sword. He took it out of the scabbard, and the drawn sword is reflecting the light of the moon. So, 𝗬𝗏𝗃 suddenly disappears again. Next moment, the scream of the monster echoes. 𝗳𝗏𝗃𝗏. When I looked, both of its arms are cut from its torso along with the spear. Blood gushes out of its wound. This is Yudo's power. Speed that you can't follow with your eyes, and sword skills of a professional. By combining these two, he becomes the fastest knight. There is a shadow near the monster's leg's weight. That's Kaneko-chan. Next is Kaneko. She is a rook. The trait of a rook is its dash, insect, stomp. The enormous monster tries to stomp on Kaneko, but the monster's foot didn't hit the ground. It wasn't able to stomp completely. 𝗬𝗏𝗏, the girl with a tiny body, is lifting up the monster's foot. The trait of rook is simple, absolute strength, and also very high defense. It's impossible for a devil with that caliber to stamp on Kaneko. It can't crush her. Kaneko-chan completely lifts up the monster. Flying, Kaneko-chan jumps high and punches into the monster's stomach very sharply. Bang! The enormous body of the monster gets thrown backwards. I then remembered the word of the client that loves Kaneko-chan, Moriso-san. Kaneko-chan has extreme strength. She carried me like a princess. Izuku, note to self, try not to piss her off. Lastly, Akino? Yes, Bucho. Oh my, what should I do? Akino-san is laughing while walking towards the monster that is on the ground after being hit by Kaneko-chan. Akino is a queen. She's the one who is the strongest after me. She is the unbeatable vice president of our club who has all the traits of pawn, knight, bishop, and rook. Goo. The monster stares at Akino-san. Akino-san makes a fearless laugh after seeing the monster's gaze. Era, seems like you still have some energy left in you. Then how about this? Akino-san puts her hands towards the sky. Flash. Next instant, the sky sparkles, and a lightning bolt strikes down the monster. The monster gets electrified violently. Its entire body gets burnt and smoke are coming out from it. Era, looks like you still have some energy in you. Looks like you can take more. Flash. Another lightning bolt hit the monster. 𝗳𝗏𝗃𝗏. The monster gets electrified again. It already sounds like it's dying. Even so, Akino-san strikes down the third lightning. Akino-san's face while striking down the lightning bolt looks scary and cold even though she is smiling. Yua. That person is enjoying it, she's laughing after all. Akino excels at attacks using demonic powers. She could use natural elements like lightning, ice, and fire. And most of all, she is the ultimate DxD. Bucho confesses it like if it's nothing. DxD. That's not something you call DxD. Usually she's very kind, but once the battle starts, she won't stop until she calms down. I'm scared of Akino-san now. You don't have to be afraid, they said. Akino is very kind to comrades, so it's not a problem. She even said that you were cute. Next time, get spoiled by her. She will definitely hug you kindly. Fu. How much of my lightning can you take? Right, Monster-san. You still can't die yet, okay? The one who finishes you off will be my 𝗧𝗏𝗧𝗟. Oh. Bucho, I'm getting very scared of the person in front of me who is laughing very loudly. I thought she was the one with the most common sense for a few minutes. Akino-san's lightning attacks continues. After Akino-san calms down, Bucho confirms it and nods her head. Bucho approaches the monster that has already lost its will to fight. Bucho put her hand towards the monster. Any last words? Bucho asks. Kill me. That's the only thing the monster says. Then disappear. A cruel reply. Bucho's voice gave me the chills. A gigantic black mass of demonic power is shot out from Bucho's palm. It's so big that it can cover all of the monster's body. The mass of demonic power devours the monster's body. When the demonic power disappears, so did the monster's body. Just like Bucho said, it disappeared. Confirming that, Bucho makes a sigh. It's over. Good work, everyone. Bucho says it to the club members. Everyone returns back to their usual self. So the stray devil hunt is over. Bucho, there is still a thing that you didn't tell me. What is it? Bucho responds with a smile. My piece, more like, what is my role as a servant? The crimson hair beauty smiles at me and says it clearly. You are it. I see, you are a pawn. Pawn, huh? Interesting, I said it with a smile. Izuku, with how the system works for the evil pieces, I'm sure I'll figure something out eventually. Izuku's POV. Huh? The road to achieving a successful career sure is hard. I'm in my room looking at the ceiling and thinking about what happened and how the president said what piece I am. Pawn, huh? Not bad if I'm being honest, that's my trait and role. The pawn. Some people will think that the pawns are the lowest roles in chess, but oh no, they're strong in their own way. Too bad I can't thank 𝗵𝗃 or Tenya for helping me with chess. I sighed a bit thinking about what Ria said, that there's someone else who is her bishop. She told me this on the same day when I found out my role as a servant. Rias, my bishop, already exists. But that bishop is not here. The bishop is at a different place, following a different order, working for me. If there is a chance, then I will introduce the bishop to you. That's what she said. Who is that person? But I think about it some other day. I was chosen as the leftover pawn. I wonder if I'm the only pawn. Maybe she'll have more servants to take the role of a pawn as well. I work my butt off every day as Bucho's servant, handing out leaflets and making contracts. But my demonic power is low, so I can't use the magic circle to get teleported to the client's place. Something like this has never happened before, but I'm sure I can handle it. I inhaled some air. If I think about it, Issei never had any special features even before he turned into a devil, and with his memories he tried a lot of things to become popular with the girls. But after all, he can't win against good-looking guys. He also didn't have any dreams before he turned into a devil. Well, I guess I have to try. At least this body need as much training as it can wait. Is turning into a devil even a good thing? Well, if Issei hadn't been saved by Bucho back then, his life would have been over, which it already has been over considering he died from the another fallen, but it's kinda fun. I'm surrounded by a bunch of bishops and everyone is kind. Well, for a devil, that is. Rias. Bucho is appealing, and Akino-san is okay as long as I don't PSS her off. I think. Kaneko-chan also isn't a problem as long as I act normal. Kiba, I'm not even sure why Issei was off from him. He seems like a great guy. He talks to me normally. He's actually a good guy. Demon good-looking guy. You really can't judge people by their appearance, and it looks like I've changed Issei's imagination of a good-looking guy. Then I remembered about the appealing blonde sister, Asia. She was her appealing girl. If I was to have a girlfriend, I stopped there and covered my face. Wait, Issei just went through that rough unrequited love, but she looked unhappy for some reason. If I get the chance, maybe I can help her. Asia. Sister, huh? The person who is standing on the opposite side of me. I probably won't meet her ever again. That girl will walk her own path, and I will walk my own path. We just happen to be the servant of a devil and the servant of God. We just met by chance. We probably shouldn't see each other again. It might lead us to an unfortunate destiny. I started thinking, so I got out of my bed and activated OFA at 5%. After a while I increased until I reached 50%, but when I tried go about 60% I felt the strain and turned off my quirk Izuku. I guess 50% is my limit for now. I better train to get my old mojo back and my other quirks, cause for some reason my predecessors haven't even contacted me yet. I just hope everything's okay. I just sighed and looked out the window. Izuku, I suppose doing some late night training can help ease my worries, and with that I went to my window and jumped out of it and went for a jog. Izuku's POV. It's late at night, and I'm on my bicycle heading towards a particular house. Not a mansion or an apartment, but just an ordinary house. It's my first time, so what shall I do? Since the client isn't living alone, won't the client's family see me? After all, I actually have to visit the house to make a contract. I was told before that ordinary human can't detect me, but does it apply to this situation as well? I'm worried, but I realize it when I'm about to push the bell. The entrance door is open. Seriously, leaving the door open in the middle of the night. Heartbeat. I suddenly felt uneasy. What is this? Is danger sense on, or is it my devil sense? Either way, I have a really bad feeling about this, but I'm already walking into the house, so no turning back now. I look inside from the entrance. There are no lights in the hallway. There is a staircase that led to the second floor, but there are no lights on. There's only one room at the end of the first floor with some lights on, and it's a faint light. Yeah, there's something definitely wrong. I feel no presence of any human. Are they sleeping? If not, then I wouldn't be feeling this uneasy feeling. I took my shoes off at the entrance and carried them in my hand. I walk into the room without making a sound. I'm a devil, not a thief. I'm thinking of an excuse like that. I look into the room from the door that is slightly opened, and the brightness is due to the candles. Hello. I'm a devil from the 𝗵𝗃𝗄𝗧𝗏 household. Is the client here? I ask quietly, but there is no reply. It can't be helped, so I enter the room. It's a living room and there is a television, a sofa, a table and such. It looks like an ordinary living room. Then I stop my breath. My eyes are glued to the wall. At the wall there was a corpse nailed to the wall upside down. A human. It's a male. Is he the person who lives here? But what? The corpse has been cut viciously. Something that looks like a giblet is coming out from the wounds. Goff. I almost vomit out the thing inside my stomach on the spot, but I held it in. I glared a bit, letting my quirk charge up to 2%. If it gets ugly, then I'll amp it up. The corpse was attached to the wall with screws, making the shape of a cross upside down. There are big and thick screws screwed into the palm of each hand, into the feet, and at the middle of its torso. This isn't normal. Not normal at all. You can't kill a person like this with a normal mind. There is a puddle of blood on the floor from the drips of blood falling from the corpse. There is writing on the wall. What is this? It's written as punishment for those who did bad deeds. I just borrowed the sentence from someone important. Suddenly the voice of a young male comes from behind me. When I turn around, there is a man with white hair. He seems to be a foreigner and he looks like he's still a teenager. He's dressing up like a priest. Seeing me, the priest makes an evil smile. Well, if it isn't a devil-kun. He seems to be really happy. Then, the thing that Bucho told me comes back to my mind. Don't get involved with people from the church. Especially the exorcists. They are our biggest enemy. They can easily eliminate us because their powers are supported by the prayer of God. He's a priest, so he's related to the church. This is bad. He even knows that I'm a devil. I step back a bit ready to fight, but then the priest started to sing, I'm a priest, a boy priest, I cut down devil-like people, and I laugh at them, I cut the head of you devils, and receive my meal. The priest starts to sing. I don't get it. What is wrong with this guy? My name is 𝗲𝗏𝗄𝗧𝗏. I belong to a certain exorcism organization. Just because I introduced myself doesn't mean you have to. I don't want to remember your name in my memory, so please don't. It's okay, since you are going to die soon. I will make sure of it. It might hurt at first, but later you will feel so good that you will cry. Now let's open the new door. I've never met someone like him before. His words don't make any sense. So this guy is an exorcist. I'm in trouble now. But there's something I want to say to him. I glared at him and amped it up to 8%, but I made sure for my idea how to be hidden, and then I asked him, were you the one who killed this person? Yes. I killed him. Because he was a regular criminal who has been summoning devils, so I had to kill him. Clenched my fist when he gave me his answer to, "Are you shocked? Aren't you running away? That's weird. Really weird. I mean, humans who make a pact with devils are scum. Scum indeed. Can't you understand that? Is that so? Well, you are a scum devil after all. How can a human kill another human, then? Aren't you only supposed to kill devils? Aya, what the F is that? A mere devil like you is lecturing me. Ha, I will laugh at this. You probably could get a reward for being funny. Okay then, listen carefully, you shitty devil. Devils also use humans' greed to survive. Relying on a devil proves that you are no longer a human. It's the end. That's why I killed him. I make a living by killing devils and those that are contracted to a devil. That's my job. Even devils won't go this far. But I know I'm just being naive, but I have to make this long in order for the others to get here, huh? What are you talking about? Devils are trash. Do you know they are a shitty existence? Do you know this is common sense? Didn't you know? Seriously, you should start your life back from a toddler. Wait, it's useless to tell this to a reincarnated devil like you. More like, I have to kill you. Ha. It's awesome, isn't it? It's the best, isn't it? The priest pulls out a sword that had no blade and a gun. Boom. A sound vibrates in the air. The sword that only has a handle turns into a thing like a beam saber. Your kind irritates me, so can I cut you? Can I shoot you? Is it okay? Okay then. Now I'm going to stab your heart with this blade of light, and I'm going to blow your head with this cool-looking gun. Man, I'm seriously going to fall in love. Swift. The priest came sprinting towards me. He slashes his blade of light at me. I just dodged it in time, but intense pain runs through my leg that I almost screamed. There were smokes coming out of the priest's gun. The minute I was shot. But I don't hear any gunshots. Then suddenly I felt another shot of pain on my leg again because I was distracted. I fell on my knees while this time I was shot on my left calf. It hurts. But I know this pain. How is it? The special bullet made for the exorcists, the bullet of light. And it doesn't make any sound. Since it's bullet of light. This situation turns both of us on, doesn't it? The pain of light. Yeah, this is the pain of light. To a devil, light is poisonous. Once hit, the pain goes through your entire body. Die, devil. Die, devil. Turn to dust and disappear. This is all for my entertainment. The priest is laughing madly and is about to finish me off. Please stop. Then there is a voice of a woman I am familiar with. The priest froze his posture to where he was about to attack me and looks towards the direction where the voice came from. I also look to the same direction. A girl is there and I know her. Asia. Yes, the blonde sister is standing there. Well, if it isn't my assistant, Asia-chan. What happened? Did you finish putting the barrier? And Asia screams after seeing the corpse that is nailed to the wall. Thank you for the adorable scream. Oh yeah, this is your first time seeing a corpse like this, isn't it, Asia-chan? Then look carefully. We have the humans that are entranced by a devil die like this. And oh, she then looks at us and gets shocked to see me. Father freed that person. Asia looks at me directly. Person. No. This 𝗧𝗃 here is a devil. Ha, what are you misunderstanding? The 𝗧𝗃-san is a devil. She seems to be shocked to find out the truth and didn't know what to say. Well, what? You guys know each other. But now this is a big surprise. Is it the forbidden love between a devil and a sister? Seriously? Are you serious? Freed, the priest, looks at both Asia and me. I didn't want her to know. It should have stayed like that. It's better that she didn't know. I didn't plan on seeing her again. I just wanted her to think of me as a kind high school student who lives in this town. Man, I don't know what to say. What a rotten destiny. Asia's eyes are making me feel bad. Growling dim at this F blows and this pain. I just hope I can endure it. I've dealt with 𝗧𝗃, but this reaches number 69 on my pain list. Devils and humans can never coexist. Especially humans from the church, and the devils are the biggest enemies. Also, we are a group of heretics that was deserted by God. Asia-tan and I are humans that can't survive without the support of fallen angel 𝗧𝗵𝗲. Fallen angel. What does he mean? Don't priests and nuns work under God? Well now, leaving that aside, I need to kill this trash here or else I can't finish my job, so here I come. Are you ready? The priest his sword toward me again. If I get stabbed by that in my chest, I will be killed. Even if I do survive, I will end up like that the client who is nailed to the wall and then have my body slashed. Feeling of fear controls my body when I think about it. This is bad. This situation is really bad. I will be killed without being able to move my body. While I was thinking about it, the blonde sister walks between the priest and I. She stood in front of me with her arms spread as if she is protecting me. The priest puts on a stern look when he sees this. Hey, are you serious? 𝗧𝗵𝗃, do you know what you are doing? I do. Father Fried, I beg you. Please forgive this person. Please let him go. I became speechless after hearing her. Are you protecting me? I can't stand it anymore. You can't kill people just because they are entranced to a devil, and you also can't kill devils. It's wrong. 𝗧𝗵𝗃𝗧𝗏. Don't talk 𝗧𝗵𝗃𝗧𝗏. You also learn that devils are trash at the church. Seriously, is there something wrong with your brain? Fried now has an anguished expression. There are good people, even among devils. There aren't, 𝗧𝗐𝗍. That's what I thought until recently, but 𝗧𝗐𝗍 is a good person. That fact doesn't change even after I found out that he is a devil. Killing someone is unforgivable. This kind of act. God won't allow such acts. She saw the corpse, and she found out that I'm a devil, so she should be shocked. But 𝗧𝗍 isn't backing down to speak her beliefs to the priest. What a strong-willed girl. This girl is amazing. 𝗵𝗃𝗍𝗂𝗃. The DxD priest hit 𝗧𝗍 to the side with his gun. 𝗧𝗍 fell to the ground. 𝗧𝗍. I went to 𝗧𝗍, who was struck away. There's a bruise mark on her face. That DxD actually hit her. The fallen angel girl told me very strongly that I can't kill you. But I'm getting a bit, since I can't kill you, then can I RPE you or something? If I don't, I won't be able to heal my heart. But before that, I need to kill that trash over there. The priest points his blade of light at me again. I can't run away while leaving 𝗧𝗍 here. I can't leave her here with him, who just talked about doing scary stuff. If I'm running away, then it will be with 𝗧𝗍. So I have to fight. Can I fight using my sacred gear? Will I be able to use it? I don't even know its effects. I have to try, cause I'll always be a hero. I can't leave a girl who just defended me. So come. I made a fighting posture in front of the priest. The priest whistles and seems really happy. Seriously? Seriously? You are going to fight me? You will die, you know. You will die with a lot of pain. I have no intention of killing you painlessly. Now then, let's see if I can make a new record for the smallest minced meat. He's talking something creepy again. But I can't act pathetically front of 𝗧𝗍. The priest jumps up high, and I was ready and summon my quirk to 20%, but then the floor glows in a blue and white color. What is this? The priest becomes suspicious when the floor glows. The blue light starts to form a shape. It's a magic circle. Thanks Satan, they're here. Flash. The magic circle that appeared on the floor shines. Then the people I know appear from it. I mean, devils. 𝗧𝗵𝗃𝗧𝗏, we came to rescue you. 𝗬𝗏𝗃𝗧𝗏 smiles at me. Oh my, this is awful. Priest. Akino-san and Kaneko-chan. Yes, my comrades. They came to rescue me in glad 𝗧𝗏𝗧𝗏. Here's a present for a group of devils. The priest starts slashing his sword. 𝗧𝗍𝗃. The sound of the metal echoes through the room. 𝗬𝗏𝗃𝗧𝗏 blocks the priest's attack with his sword. I'm sorry. He's one of us. We can't let you lay a finger on him. Oh, a mere devil being concerned about their comrade. What are you guys? Devil Squadron, the Devil Rangers. That's nice. I can feel the heat. I'm getting turned on. So how is it? Are you the one sticking it in, and is he the one bending? So are you guys in that sort of relationship? They are exchanging swords, but the priest is getting cocky and sticking his tongue out while he is shaking his tongue and his head. That guy is completely looking down on us. Even 𝗬𝗏𝗃𝗧𝗏 has an anguished expression. Yeah, that guy is definitely disgusting. What a vulgar mouth. It's hard to believe you are a priest. Oh, that's why you are a stray exorcist, right? Yeah. I'm vulgar. Sorry about that. That's because I strayed away. I was kicked out. That's why. Screw the Vatican. I'm all right as long as I get to cut devils whenever I feel like it. Both of them are still exchanging their swords. 𝗵𝗃 has a calm expression, but his eyes have already captured his foe. The boy priest, Freed, is still laughing and enjoying the fight. You are the type that is the most hard to deal with. Someone who feels like they are living by cutting devils, the one who causes the most harm to us. 𝗧𝗵𝗲. You know, I don't want to be told off by a devil. I'm trying to live now just like other people. I'm not in a position where pests like you can talk down to me. Even devils have rules. Akino-san is smiling, but her eyes are serious. She is showing a sign of will to fight and hostility towards Freed. I like those passionate eyes. 𝗏𝗏-san, you are the best. I can feel your urge of wanting to kill me. Is this love? I think it's a killing intent. This is great. I love the feeling of intending to kill and getting intended to kill. Then disappear. The person who appears on my side is the crimson-haired girl, 𝗬𝗧𝗵𝗃. 𝗧𝗑𝗍, I'm sorry. I never expected that a stray exorcist will visit this client's house. 𝗬𝗃, who is apologizing to me, narrows her eyes after seeing my wounds. 𝗧𝗑𝗍, did you get wounded? Sorry I was shot, I said while my quirk was still on getting through the pain as much as I can. Looks like she will yell at me afterwards. But 𝗬𝗃 didn't say anything to me and gives a cold expression to the priest. Looks like you have been looking after my cute servant. Her voice is low and sounds scary. Wow, 𝗬𝗃 is am I the reason? Yes. I have been playing around with it. I was planning to cut his body all over but I was interrupted and it finished as a dream. Fun. A section of the furniture behind the priest is blown away. It's 𝗬𝗃. 𝗬𝗃 shot out a ball of demonic power. I make sure I never forgive those who harm my servants. I especially can't forgive a lowlife like you damaging my personal possessions. Her intensity causes the atmosphere to feel frozen. Her killing intent lurks around the room. There is a thing that looks like waves of demonic power surrounding 𝗬𝗃. 𝗬𝗃, there seems to be few fallen angels heading to this house. At this rate we will be at a disadvantage. Seems like Akino-san detected something and informs us. The fallen angels are approaching. Is Yuma there? 𝗬𝗃 gives another stare at the priest. Akino, we will return to our headquarters once we retrieve 𝗧𝗍. Prepare for teleportation. Yes. Akino-san starts to cast a spell as soon as 𝗬𝗃 urges her to. Teleport. Are we running away? I then look at Asia. 𝗬𝗃. We have to take her as well. I say it to 𝗬𝗃. It's impossible. Only devils can use the magic circle to transport. Also, this magic circle can only teleport me and my servants. And no, my eyes and Asia's eyes met. And she just smiles at me. No, Asia. 𝗧𝗍-san, let's meet again. That was the last words we exchanged at this place. Next moment, Akino-san finishes casting the spell, and the magic circle on the floor starts to glow blue again. Like I will let you escape. The priest came slashing at us, but Kaneko-chan threw the sofa against him. By the time the priest smacks away the sofa with his sword, we were already teleported to the club room. I don't have the time to think about the impression of my first teleportation through the magic circle with my quirk deactivated. I can only remember the smile Asia gave me last. It hurt. I with that a bit of anger because of the priest and my past life. One of my quirks reacted slightly. Izuku's POV. There are two types of exorcists. I'm listening to 𝗬𝗃's explanation while having my legs heal. The first are the exorcists who receive the blessing from God to perform exorcism in the name of justice. This group of exorcists borrows its power from God and angels to eliminate devils. And there is another one. Stray exorcists. Stray. 𝗬𝗃 nods at my question. Again with that stray. Exorcism is a holy ceremony that is performed in the name of God. But sometimes, there are exorcists who starts to enjoy the act of killing devils. They are beings who have found killing devils as joy and as their purpose of life. So they get kicked out from the church without exception. Or they get erased for being found guilty. Erased, so they get killed? But there are those who survive. What do you think happens to those exorcists? It's simple. They go to the fallen angels. Fallen angels are the ones with black wings, right? Yes. Even though fallen angels are beings that were kicked out from the heaven, they still have the power of light. the power to eliminate devils. The fallen angels also lost a lot of their comrades and their men in the previous war. That's why they started to collect servants, just like us. I understood the situation as soon as she told me that much. So the fallen angels who finds the devils a nuisance and the exorcist who wants to kill devils have the same objective, right? Yes. That's why they are called stray exorcists. So the dangerous exorcists who became addicted to devil hunts started to attack devils and the humans with connections to devils by borrowing powers from the fallen angels. The boy priest from earlier is exactly that. He's a stray exorcist who belongs to an organization with the support of the fallen angels. They are not proper exorcists, but they are still dangerous like the proper ones. No, since they have no restrictions on them, they are much harder to deal with than the actual exorcists. It's not smart to deal with them. So, the church you went to before does not belong to God but to the fallen angels. I knew they were a threat. I realized how dangerous they are when I was fighting that shitty priest. He is really evil. He only thought about fighting and has joy in killing devils. Getting involved with the group where more like that exist is dangerous. I know that much, but I can't stop but think about my past life and how I really need to help as much as I can, so I have to say it to 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗧𝗏. 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗧𝗏, I need to save that girl, Asia. It's impossible. How will you fight them? You are a devil. And she is a servant of fallen angels. It's the two kinds that cannot coexist. Saving her means making the fallen angels your enemies. If that happened, we would also have to fight. I couldn't say anything back to her. I will cause trouble to 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗧𝗏 and others due to my selfishness. That's how I got most injuries when I was just Izuku Midoriya. The amount of scars I had always tells a story of much I've been through, but it was worth it, and I'll do the same again in this life. I compared Asia with 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗧𝗏 and others. I already know what my answer is, and it was simple. Which one is more important? Well, it was both of them. 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗧𝗏 was the one who saved me, so I'll FO the same for Asia. What kind of person I'll be if I can't even save one girl? It's almost similar to rescuing 𝗳𝗍𝗄𝗏. I just hope nothing's happened to her. It was noon and I've decided to skip school today, and I'm currently sitting on a bench in a children's park while making a sigh. The wounds I received from the priest on my leg yesterday haven't completely healed, but I wouldn't care much about it. According to 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗧𝗏, the fallen angel who gave its power to that priest must have a dense power of light. So it seems like they will be troublesome for us devils since light is poisonous to us. With this leg, I can't do the devil's job for a while, so I was told to take a break by 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗧𝗏 is what she said. 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗧𝗏 probably has already talked to the teacher, so it should be fine. That's because 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗧𝗏 controls the school from the shadows. Gee, my stomach was rumbling. Now that I think about it, I haven't eaten since morning. I have been thinking about Asia and my career as a devil the whole time. How can I save Asia? Before that, does Asia even like her current situation? That, I'm sure she doesn't like it at all, but what about her Yuma? I know something's up with it's right, I just know it's if I do things on my own, it will cause a lot of trouble to 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗧𝗏 and the others. I can't go alone, not like in my past life. This body isn't strong enough to handle enough of the powers of OFA and the power of sacred gear. I don't know much about it yet. Training as much as I can will help, but will it be enough? I wonder. All right. Once my wounds heal, I'm going to start a training regimen 9NY. This time, I don't have to deal with All Might, that's for sure. He may be my predecessor, but he's a bad trainer. I also need to ask 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗧𝗏 and Akino-san how to use demonic powers. And maybe ask Kiba to teach me how to use swords with my plan in motion. For now, I started thinking about my piece, the pawn. A foot soldier that can be of use on the game of chess, and even on the battlefield. I need to read up on chess games again. Maybe I can ask 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗧𝗏 about it. Yeah. Since I have a new plan, I'll buy lunch somewhere and go home. When I got up from the bench, the color gold appears to my eyes. When I look carefully, there is a blonde-haired girl that I'm familiar with. She also notices me. Both of us are shocked at this meeting. Asia, I see some. It's a strange sight. A sister is getting confused in front of the register. What would you like to order? Even the employee doesn't know how to handle this situation. It's lunchtime and I took Asia to a fast food restaurant at the business district. It seems like Asia never came to this kind of place before, so she is having a hard time choosing her meal. I offered my help, but she said proudly, "It's fine, I will manage it somehow." So I have been watching her the whole time. Thinking carefully, you can't speak Japanese. Seeing the chance, I help her. Sorry. She will have the same order as me. Okay. The employee takes the order. 𝗧𝗂𝗧𝗏 on the other hand is shocked. Ooh, I'm ashamed. I can't even buy a single hamburger by myself. I almost laughed but I reassured her, well, first you need to get used to Japanese. We head towards the empty table as soon as we got our meals while I encourage 𝗧𝗂𝗧𝗏 who is feeling down. While we are moving inside the restaurant, most of the male customers are looking at 𝗧𝗂𝗧𝗏. It's because she is a nun, but also because she's really cute. When I looked at them they saw my glare and they turned the other way. We sat opposite each other, but 𝗧𝗂𝗧𝗏 is taking a really good look at the hamburger and isn't eating it. Rather, does she even know how to eat it? Wow, what a strange development. Hey Isa, you can eat this by taking the wrap off like this? I showed her how to do it while smiling. There's actually a way to eat like that. Amazing. What a new reaction. You are seriously cute, 𝗧𝗂𝗧𝗏. You also eat the fries like this? Oh my. 𝗧𝗂𝗧𝗏 is looking at me eating the fries with very keen eyes. No, you also eat, 𝗧𝗧𝗏. Wise. She takes a small bite of the burger. She starts eating it. Delicious. This burger is very delicious. This girl is saying it while her eyes are shining. What does she normally eat? You never ate the burger before? No. I have seen it often on television, but it's my first time eating it. I'm moved. It's delicious. So what do you normally eat? Mainly bread and soup. I also eat vegetable and pasta food. Such simple food. Is church like that? Is that right? Then eat it carefully so you remember the taste. Yes. I will eat it with joy. 𝗧𝗂𝗧𝗏 starts eating it deliciously. But why was she at that park? She said she has time off, but it seems like she is running away from something. When she saw me, she seemed relieved. I wanted to ask her, but that might been a thoughtless question. I probably should wait till she feels like telling me. I will help her any time. There is also the thing about 𝗵𝗃𝗀𝗏 and the others. But I can't tell her that. It's so irritating. Oh well, since she is enjoying eating her hamburger, I feel bad asking her something that will make her depressed. Yeah, that's it. Just for today we shall forget about everything. That was the answer I got. 𝗧𝗏𝗧𝗏. Wise. We will go and have some fun now. Let's go to the game center. The legendary fastest downhill driver, ISE. Boom. I put my foot down on the accelerator and quickly changed the gear around the curve. I then went past both cars. Fast. You are so fast, ISE-san. Just like that, I was playing a racing game at the game center. Even though I look like this, I didn't join any school club before joining the occult research club. The three of us, 𝗵𝗃𝗲, Matsuda, and I went through all of the game centers nearby, or that's what Issei's memories are. To be honest, it felt like second nature to me after going through a body change, but racing game or not, I can beat any games. Win. The sign that shows my victory appears on my screen. Yeah, looks like I made a new track record again. Like that, I was falling for myself. Then I lost sight of 𝗧𝗂𝗧𝗏. When I looked, she is standing in front of the crane game. What is it? How? It's nothing. When I ask her, she tries to hide it. Is there something you want? When I look inside the crane game, there is a doll of 𝗬𝗏𝗃 inside. It's a cute mascot based on a mouse. If I remember correctly, this character came from Japan, but it's popular worldwide. So that's why 𝗧𝗂𝗧𝗏 also knew it. 𝗧𝗂𝗧𝗏, do you like 𝗬𝗏𝗃? 𝗧𝗂𝗧𝗏's face gets red and she nods her head shyly. I will get it for you. But it's okay, I will get it. Strike while the iron is hot. I put the coin in immediately and started controlling the crane. Even though I look like this, I'm pretty good at crane games, you know. Well, that's what I thought, but I had a hard time getting it. On my first try I dropped the doll on a good location, and on my second try I totally missed. On my third and fourth try I missed it as well, but when 𝗧𝗂𝗧𝗏 became worried on my fifth try, I finally managed to get it. Yeah. I made a victory pose and took 𝗬𝗏𝗃𝗀𝗏 which I just dropped out. I then give it to 𝗧𝗂𝗧𝗏. Here you go, 𝗧𝗧𝗏. 𝗧𝗂𝗧𝗏 became so happy that she held the doll to her chest. Thank you very much, ISE-san. I will take care of this doll. Hey, if a doll like that makes you happy, then I'll get you more next time. That's what I said to her. But she shook her head. No, this 𝗬𝗏𝗃𝗀𝗏 that you gave me represents the wonderful day I met you. Since today is the only day I met you, I will take good care of this doll. I just smiled at her. Okay. We haven't started yet. Asia, we will play for the whole day today. Follow me. Wise. I took Asia's hand and went further into the game center. We played a lot today. Wise, I'm a bit tired. We are walking on the street while laughing. It's already evening. Haha, I've skipped school today and had fun till dusk. We are lucky that we didn't get caught by the police. If we did, then I will have been taken into custody right away. I ended up being tired, both Asia and I. It was fun to see Asia's reaction when we went to the game center and other shops. Oh, I almost tripped over because of the uncomfortable feeling on my leg. Then I felt a bit of pain as well. It's the wound from yesterday. The place where I was shot by that shitty priest still hurts. Looks like the day when it gets healed will be quite far from now. Ise-san, are you injured? Is it from yesterday? Asia's expression gets cloudy. I think I messed up. We were having a good time, but I made her remember something painful. But Asia bends down and starts to check my injuries. Can you please lift your trouser up? Sure. I lift my trousers to have my calf exposed. The bullet mark is still there. Asia then places her palm there. A warm and gentle light shines on my calf. It really is a warm light. It's a green light. It's like Asia's eyes and it looks so appealing. It feels like her kindness is inside her light. How is it? Asia stops her light, and she urges me to move. I move my leg a bit. But this is amazing. This is amazing, Asia. I don't feel uncomfortable anymore. I don't feel any pain at all. I started doing air punches and kicks, feeling no pain at all. Asia smiles happily when she sees me. You are amazing, Asia. The healing power, it's an incredible power. This is a sacred gear, right? Yes, it is. Just like I thought. To tell you the truth, I also have a sacred gear. Though, it's not much of a use. Right now, that is. Asia puts on a shocked face after hearing my confession. Ise-san, you also have a sacred gear. I didn't realize it at all. Haha, I don't even know its effect. And to compare it, Asia, your power is amazing. This can heal humans, animals, and also devils like me, right? She put on a complicated expression, then a sad face. Soon after, a single drop of tear falls from her eyes. Then, more tears starts flowing out from her eyes. She then got down and starts to cry. I at her quickly and took her to a spot where we can sit. We sit on the bench on the roadside. Then, she told me a story about the girl who was once called the holy maiden. In a certain region in Europe, there was a girl who was discarded by her parents. She was raised in a church nearby by a nun along with other orphans. The girl, who was a strong follower of the church, received a special power at the age of 8. She healed a wounded puppy, and a person from the Catholic Church witnessed it by chance. From there on, her life changed. The girl was taken to the main Catholic Church, and she was symbolized by many as a holy maiden because of her healing power. She used her power to heal many believers, and they were told it was a power of divine protection. Rumors brought rumors, and she was respected as a holy maiden. Even without her approval. She had no dissatisfaction for how she was treated. People from the church were kind, and she didn't hate healing people. She instead was happy that her power was of use. The girl was thankful to her power, which was bestowed to her by God. But she was a bit lonely. She didn't have any friends she could open up to. Everyone treated her nicely and was nice to her. But there were no one willing to become her friend. She understood why. She knew that they were looking at her power as something irregular. They didn't look at her as a human but as a creature that could heal humans. But one day it changed. By coincidence, there was a devil nearby and she healed it. A wounded devil. The girl couldn't ignore it. She thought that even if it was a devil, she had to heal it if it was injured. It was her kindness that made her take such an action. But that changed her life forever. One of the people from the church saw that incident and notified others of the church. The ministers of the church were shocked about it. A power that can heal devils? Something absurd like that cannot happen. The power of healing can only heal the followers of God. Yes, there were several people who had the power to heal. But the power to heal the devil was out of the question. The people of the church thought it was common sense that the power of healing doesn't work on fallen angels and devils. Apparently, a similar incident had happened in the past. The power to heal fallen angels and devils that were not protected by God, but that was feared as the power of a witch. So the people saw her as a heretic, demon witch that heals devils. The girl who was respected as a holy maiden was then feared as a witch, and the Catholic Church abandoned her. She didn't have anywhere to go, and the organization of stray exorcists picked her up. In other words, she had to get divine protection from the fallen angels. But the girl never forgot to pray to God. She also never forgot to thank God. Even so, the girl was abandoned. God didn't save her. What shocked her the most was that there was not even a single person in the church that was willing to defend her. There was no one who cared about her. It's because I didn't pray enough. It's because I'm clumsy. I'm so stupid that I can't even eat a burger by myself. She then wipes her tears while laughing. I didn't know what to say to her. I didn't know what to say after finding out her devastating past. I can only clench my fist feeling my quirk about activate, but not only that but something else. Just like she showed before, she is a sacred gear possessor that has the power to heal even devils. This is also a trial that the Lord gave me. Since I'm a clumsy nun, the Lord gave me this trial. So I have to endure it. She was laughing as if she was talking to herself. You don't have to say anything anymore. I'm sure I will make lots of friends one day. I have a dream. I want to go buy flowers with a friend, buying books and ugh. She is full of tears. I can't look at her anymore. She must have been enduring it the whole time. She has been waiting for God to save her the whole time and has been hiding her feelings. All along. Hey God, what's the meaning of this? Why don't you save this girl? She has been longing for your help. She has been respecting you more than anyone. What are you doing? Why aren't you doing anything? I don't know a single thing about you, and I also don't believe in any religion. On top of that, I'm a devil. But even a devil like me can talk to her. Weren't you the one that gave us the sacred gears? This is wrong. Every word I said, I felt the pain go through my head, but I endured. I then took her hand and said to her while looking directly to her eyes, which were wet with her tears, Asia, I will become your friend. No, we are already friends. Asia stands there looking puzzled. I'm a devil, but it's all right. I won't take Asia's life, and I won't take any price. You can call me whenever you feel like it. And I will also give you my mobile number. I put my hand inside my pocket to get my mobile phone out. Why? It's not why. Asia, you played with me for the whole day, right? Right. We laughed together, right? Then you and I are friends. A human, a devil, or God doesn't matter. We are friends. Is that a pact with a devil? It's not. Asia and I are going to become actual friends. We will put other things aside. We will talk when we want to, we will play when we want to, and yeah, I will also go shopping with you. Whether it's books or flowers, we will go shopping much as you want. Then Asia put her hand on her mouth, and once again starts to shed tears. Though, this time, her tears didn't seem sad. Ise-san. I have no common sense. We could learn by going around the city. If you go around looking at different things, you would learn eventually. I can't speak Japanese. I also don't know about its culture. Then I'll teach you. I'll even make you speak using a proverb. Leave it to me. We could even go to museum to look at Japanese national treasure. Samurai. Sushi and geisha. I also don't know what to talk about with a friend. I hold Asia's hand tightly. You talked to me normally for a whole day. That was fine. We were already talking like friends. Will you become my friend? Yeah, so let's get along from now on, Asia. She nods her head and smiles. Yeah, with this it's okay. I felt at ease knowing that she can smile so brightly. It made me so happy. The incident from her sad past. I won't know how painful it was, and I won't let it be compared to my former life, cause there's a difference, but I'm positive that I can keep her smiling from now on. Even a human and a devil can be friends. I thought it was impossible at first, but I don't care anymore. I am definitely going to see her from now on as her friend. I won't let anyone get in our way. I will protect Asia. It's impossible. A voice which rejects all my thoughts. When I look towards the direction of where the voice came from, I become speechless. That's because the person I am familiar with is standing there. A slender girl with silky black hair. 𝗵𝗲𝗄 is standing there. Yuma? I said it quietly, but she heard me. She laughs of amusement when she hears my voice. So you survived. And as a devil. Seriously, that is the worst. Her voice almost sounded hurt, but she hid it. 𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗃 calls her by that name. Raina. Yeah, that's right, Yuma is a fallen angel, but is she really someone who would really kill for no reason? So what does a fallen angel like you want? She sneers when I said that to her. I don't want a filthy low-class devil like you talking to me. She stares at me as if she is looking at something very disgusting, but I know that wasn't true. That girl, 𝗧𝗵𝗃𝗃, is our personal belonging. Can I have her back? 𝗧𝗵𝗃𝗃, you know it's useless to run away. But what does she mean? Oh, I don't want to return to that church. I don't want to return to the people who kill other people. Also, 𝗬𝗵𝗃𝗲, what he did to me, Rainer-sama. You know that 𝗧𝗵𝗃𝗃 replies back with disgust. What happened? What happened inside that church? I felt the amount of built-up rage coursing through my veins. Please don't say that, 𝗧𝗵𝗃𝗃. Your sacred gear is essential for our plan. So please come back with me. I also took the time to look for you. Don't make trouble for me. Rainer approaches us. 𝗧𝗵𝗃𝗃 hides behind me. Her body is shaking with fear. I take a step forward to protect her. Wait, can't you see she doesn't want to? Rainer, right, what are you going to do with her after taking her back? I know for some reason you don't want her to get hurt, right? She stopped when she heard that, looking at me, and then glared. Low-class devil, don't call me by my name. My name will get filthy. What's between us doesn't have anything to do with you. If you don't go back to your MSDR's place quickly, you will die, you know. Rainer quivered a bit and gathered light in her hand. Is it the spear? Issei was literally killed twice because of it. I need to make the first move. Let's see if this works. Sacred gear. When I shouted towards the sky loudly, lights cover my left arm and forms into a red gauntlet. Alright, so far so good. Seeing my sacred gear, Rainer shows a shocked expression for a moment and then starts to laugh. I was told that your sacred gear was a dangerous one before from the higher-ups, but it looks like they were totally wrong. She started to laugh as if she found it amusing, but I know it was fake. She's pretending to laugh. Then pray tell, what's so funny? Your sacred gear is one of the common ones. It's called the 𝗧𝗪𝗏. It doubles the power of the possessor for a temporary time, but having you double your power is not a threat to me. Truly, a fitting object for a low-class devil like you. The ability that doubles the possessor's power. So that's the power of my sacred gear, and she said it's one of the common. But I couldn't care less, and that's good enough for now. I need to shake Rainer off somehow, and run away with 𝗧𝗵𝗃𝗃, but where to? The school is a big no-no. I can't cause trouble for Bucho and others. My house. Nope, I want 𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗃 to explain it to my parents. 𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗃. Even though I'm her friend, I don't know where to take 𝗧𝗃𝗃𝗃. Why do I always get into this mess? Sacred gear. Activate. You can double my power, right? Then activate. Then the jewel on the gauntlet starts to glow. Boost. A sound is made. Next moment, I felt power flowing into me. Is this what it means to double my powers? I took a deep breath and looked at Rainer, who her spear at me, but I let it stab me, and this made Rainer step back a bit but composed herself just slightly. Even if your power is doubled, you can't even evade this small spear I made. Even if the power of one is doubled, it's only two. You can't narrow the power gap between us. Do you understand now, low-class devil Kuin? I took a knee and only smiled. I know this is bad. Light is poisonous. It's poisonous for a devil. And I was hit in my stomach, but seeing how Rainer was just looking at me, it seems I know what I need to do next. But I prepared myself for the intense pain which will be followed by certain death, but I don't feel any pain at all. That's because a green light is enveloping around my body. When I look, 𝗧𝗃𝗃𝗃 was healing my wound. She was putting her hand on my stomach and is healing my wound for me. The spear of light gradually gets smaller, and it eventually disappears. I don't feel even the slightest pain. Instead, I can feel 𝗧𝗃𝗃's warmth. 𝗧𝗃𝗃, if you don't want that devil to be killed, come with me. Sacred gear is essential for our plan. Your power, the twilight healing, is a rare sacred gear unlike the sacred gear of the devil over there. If you don't come with me, I will have to kill that devil. Rainer gives a cruel order. I slowly got up and started to walk towards her. Izuku, you don't mean that, do you? Just like how you didn't mean to kill me on our date. She simply wanted to leave but her body couldn't move, so once I got in close to her. Izuku, you could have killed me but that spear only grazed me. Rainier, what exactly do you want? Before she can say anything, my body moved her out of the way, making me get almost hit with another spear of light. My, this is unfortunate. Rainier, I didn't know you had feelings for a devil. That voice from Issei's memories, that same voice. I looked to see who it was. Rainier can only be scared at him. Rainier, 𝗳𝗧𝗍𝗃, so that's to douchebag's name. 𝗳𝗧𝗍𝗃 looked to see my direction, simply smiled at me, which me off that I activated 𝗳𝗃𝗍𝗪 at 5%. 𝗳𝗧𝗍𝗃, don't waste your breath. If you don't want get stabbed again, brat. Rainier, get the girl so we can finish our plan. Rainier can only listen and grabbed Asia, who accepted her fate, but to me I couldn't let that happen. But I had avoid spears of light from the 𝗂𝗂𝗧𝗟𝗃, making me step back even more. Asia, Ise-san, thank you for today. It was really fun. She makes a big smile. Good girl, Asia. That's it. Problem solved. With today's ritual, you will be freed from your suffering. 𝗳𝗧𝗍𝗃 said with glee. Rainier put on a sad smile towards me, making me widen my eyes. I then shout towards Asia. Asia, we're friends, aren't we? Yes. Thank you for being friends with someone like me. I promise to protect Asia. I have to protect Asia. She turns around, but she is still smiling at me. I become fascinated with her smile for a moment. Goodbye. She says her farewell. Rainier covers Asia with her black wings, and the same went with 𝗳𝗧𝗍𝗃. 𝗳𝗧𝗍𝗃, low-class devil, looks like you were saved because of this girl. If you get in our way again, we will definitely kill you. Brats, the fallen angel who sneers at me flew up high and disappeared while Rainier let out a few tears while holding Asia. Rainier, I'm sorry Ise-kun, I just hope you can forgive me. They disappear into the sky. The only thing left is me, Black Feathers, and Reikuen that Asia had left behind. I couldn't do anything. I will protect Asia. What a laugh. I got on my knees and started punching the ground. I bite my teeth hard and I cry out with frustration. 𝗵𝗃𝗏, something happened. 𝗵𝗃𝗏, and it's reaching closer. 𝗬𝗏𝗏𝗧𝗏. One of my quirk of my past predecessors, Black Whip, activated, but I didn't care that it was lashing out until I calmed down, letting Black Whip flow around me. Asia. I cry out the name of my friend towards the sky. There's no reply. Asia. For the first time in my new life, I cursed myself for being this weak with one of my quirks appearing. I don't know how long I can hold my anger for those. Izuku's POV. Slap. A sound echoes in the club room. The sound came from my cheek. I was slapped. 𝗵𝗃𝗄 slapped me on my cheek. And she has a serious expression. How many times do I have to repeat myself? No is no. I can't allow you to save that, sister. I visited the school after I couldn't save Asia and reported the story to 𝗵𝗃𝗄. Even after I reported what happened, I proposed to go to that church. Obviously, to save Asia. But 𝗵𝗃𝗄 on the other hand said that she wouldn't get involved in this matter. I wasn't able to agree with her decision, so I tried to convince her even though I knew it was rude. That's why she slapped me. The first slap I ever received in my life hurts more than I thought. Especially my heart hurts. I have been continuing to betray 𝗵𝗃𝗄, who holds high expectations for me. But still, there are things that I can't give up on. Then I will go by myself. I'm worried about the ritual thing. The fallen angels are doing something from behind the scenes. There's no guarantee of Asia's safety. Are you really that stupid? You will definitely be killed if you go. You won't be able to come back to life anymore. Do you understand? 𝗵𝗃𝗄 tries to talk calmly, but she is talking to me as if she is warning me. Your actions will affect not only me but also the other members. You are a devil of the 𝗓𝗄𝗃 group. You need to be aware of that. I couldn't take it anymore that my quirk was sparking lighting arcs, and not only had but my anger was fueling up. Black Whip, then let me out of this group. I'll go there as an individual. I can't do that. Why don't you understand? I think it's the first time I've seen her this enraged. I may have been causing a lot of trouble for 𝗵𝗃𝗄. But there are things that I can't back down from. I became friends with Asia Argento. Asia is my important friend. I won't abandon my friend, I just can't. That's a wonderful thing. I think it's amazing if you can say that face to face. But that is different than what we are talking about now. The relationship between a devil and a fallen angel is not as simple as you think. The two sides have been glaring at each other for hundreds and thousands of years. If you show them a single gap of weakness, they will come and kill us. They are our enemy. Wasn't blowing away the enemy the 𝗵𝗃 way of doing things? We glare at each other. I didn't back off. I looked straight into her eyes. That girl was originally from God's side. She is a person that we cannot ever coexist with. Even if she went with the fallen angels, it doesn't change the fact that she is still the enemy of us devils. 𝗧𝗂𝗧𝗏 isn't our enemy. I denied it strongly. A kind girl like her can't be our enemy. Even if she isn't, she has nothing to do with us. See, you have to forget about her. My anger was value to reach its peak. Even if she says it like that, there's no way I can forget about her. Then Akino-san comes and whispers into Bucho's ear. What is it? Did something happen? Akino-san also has a serious expression. But it looks like it isn't because of Bucho and my discussion. Bucho, who is listening to Akino-san, makes a serious face. Just as I thought, something definitely happened. Bucho looks at me, and then looks at the remaining members. I've got an urgent thing to do now. Akino and I will go out for a bit. What? No, Bucho. I haven't finished talking. Bucho put her index finger on my lips, putting me on silence. There are a couple of things I need to tell you. First one. You think that 𝗧𝗏𝗃 is a weak piece, right? Am I right? I simply told her no to her question, and she wanted no 𝗧𝗏𝗏𝗺 thing I said was even a pawn can take down a king. She simply gave me a small smile. I see. Well then, 𝗧𝗏𝗃 has a special ability that no other pieces have. That ability is the promotion. Promotion. Changing their role in the game. Just like the actual chess game, pawn can change into other classes if they reach the opponent's base. They are able to promote to any other piece besides the king piece. When you step foot in the location I acknowledge as enemy's base, you are able to change into any piece besides the king. So I can promote to 𝗵𝗃𝗧𝗏 knight class, Kaniko's rook class, and also even Akino-san's queen class. Since it hasn't been that long since you became a devil, there are restrictions, so it's probably still impossible for you to be promoted to the ultimate piece, queen. But you could change to other classes. If you wish strongly for promotion within your heart, then there will be a change in your ability. This information will easily help me if I think about the possibilities. Also, one more thing. It's about the sacred gear. When you use your sacred gear, just remember this. Bucho starts to slide my cheek with her hand. Longing. Sacred gear is driven with the power of longing. And it also determines the power for it as well. Even though you are a devil, your will to longing hasn't been lost. The stronger you longing, the stronger your sacred gear will respond to you. Longing. The power of longing will activate the sacred gear. So if I strongly wish for it, this will activate. I already know what my longing was a long time ago, and it hasn't changed after saying that. She teleports to some other place through the magic circle along with Akino-san. The only ones left are me, 𝗵𝗃𝗏, and Kaniko-chan. After I take a deep breath, calming down my nerves and my quirks for a bit, I was already determined to go and was about to leave. Hi Idukuin. 𝗵𝗃𝗏 calls me. Are you going? Yeah, I am. I have to go. 𝗧𝗏𝗃 is my friend after all. I'm the one who has to save her. You will get killed. Even if you have the sacred gear, and even if you use promotion, you can't take down a group of exorcists and fallen angels by yourself. Logical answer. God damn it, hearing anything that deals with logical hearing Aizawa-sensei, I already know that. I'm very aware of that. Even so, I'm going. Even if I die, I will set 𝗧𝗏𝗃 free. Izuku, but not only her good determination, that's what I would like to say, but it's still reckless. Then what am I supposed to do? I shouted at him, but he says it straight at me. I'm going too. Wah, I lost my words after hearing something unexpected. Of course. I just heard something that I wasn't expecting. I don't know much about 𝗧𝗏𝗃-san, but you are my comrade. Even though Bucho said that, there's a part of me that respects your decision. Also, I personally don't like fallen angels and priests. I detest them. This guy probably has some kind of past as well. But to hear the word comrade from him? Remember what Bucho said. When you step foot in the location I acknowledge as enemy's base, you are able to change into any piece besides the king. So isn't she indirectly telling us that I acknowledge that the church is the location where the enemy of 𝗧𝗵𝗃𝗧𝗵𝗲 is? I nodded, understanding what he meant when 𝗵𝗃𝗀 informed me about promotion. 𝗵𝗃𝗀 indirectly approved you to go. Of course, I think she also means that I should support you as well. 𝗵𝗃𝗀 may have some kind of plan. If not, she would have stopped you by locking you up somewhere. 𝗵𝗃𝗲. 𝗵𝗃𝗀, thank you very much. I have witnessed how gracious 𝗵𝗃𝗀 is once again, and thanked her from the bottom of my heart. If I come back safely, I will work harder. I'm thanking 𝗵𝗃𝗀, who isn't here, silently, and a small build girl approaches me. I'm going as well. You too, 𝗧𝗵𝗃𝗀? I feel uneasy for only having you two go. I smiled at her, feeling thankful. Thanks for coming along with us, 𝗧𝗵𝗃𝗀. But I'm going as well? 𝗵𝗃𝗲 puts on a sad smile. I gave him a smile and thanked him. All right. With this it's possible. We can do it. Then let's go for a rescue mission with the three of us. Wait for us, Asia. Like this, the three of us headed towards the church. My mind setting up a plan to make sure nothing bad happens. Izuku, I just hope OFA doesn't start getting glitchy on me. Izuku's POV. The sky was already dark, and it's already time for the street lamps to be on. The three of us, 𝗵𝗃𝗀, 𝗧𝗵𝗃𝗀, and I, were examining the church from a place where we can see it. There is no one entering or exiting the church. But the closer we got to the church, the stronger I started to have a bad feeling. I'm sweating from all over my body. I just hope I don't get off even more, otherwise there's no telling how Black Whip is going to react when I ask 𝗵𝗃𝗀. He says that, from this presence, it's certain that there is a fallen angel inside. So the enemy's boss is inside. Here, look at this map. 𝗵𝗃𝗀 spread out the map of the building on the road. The map of the church. Where did he get it from? Well, it's basic when you are going into the enemy's territory. 𝗵𝗃𝗀 said while I smiled at him. He made a good point. Besides the sanctuary, there is also a dormitory. The sanctuary looks suspicious. 𝗵𝗃𝗀 points at the sanctuary. So we can ignore the dormitory then? Most likely. Most stray exorcist groups usually make some alteration to the sanctuary. They usually perform suspicious rituals under the sanctuary. Why? I told him my doubt. 𝗵𝗃𝗀 makes a bitter smile. It's the place they used to respect as a holy place, and by doing something that rejects God there, it makes them satisfied because it's an insult to God. Because they loved God, because they were rejected by God, they purposely cast evil spells under the sanctuary as a representation for their hatred. They are insane. No, even the God who cast away his faithful believers is at fault. Right now I hate God because of the incident with Asia. That's why I think that way. When I thought about it, Asia was almost similar to Shiozaki. Both believed and worshipped him. It would have been nice to see those two as friends, but I shook that thought for another time. The sanctuary is located right behind the entrance. I think we can go straight in. The problem is to find the door to the basement once we get in the sanctuary, and also if we can defeat the assassins waiting for us. Assassins? When I heard that word, I start to have a bad premonition. We look at each other in front of the church while the moonlight lit our face, and then we nod to each other. We are set. Now we only have to enter. Wait for me, Asia. We passed through the entrance and went straight for the sanctuary. The fallen angels will have noticed our intrusion by this point. So the enemy knows that we have entered their territory. There's no going back. The only thing left is to head straight in. We opened the door and stepped inside the sanctuary. There's an altar and long chairs. It looks like an ordinary sanctuary. The candle lights and the interior lamps lit the sanctuary. Oh, there is something that didn't seem normal. The statue of the person on the cross. It has its head destroyed. What a creepy sight. Clap, 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 then a clap echoes through the sanctuary. Someone who looks like a priest shows up from behind the pillar. Seeing his face, I become disgusted and enraged. Meeting. It's a reunion. So emotional. It's that white-haired shitty priest. I think his name is Fried. It's him. So he's the so-called assassin. He sure has a weird smile like always. Well, I never met the same devil twice before. You know, since I'm super strong, I cut devils into pieces when I first meet them. Once I see them, I cut them up on the spot. I then kiss the corpse and say goodbye. That's how I used to live. But since you guys ruined my style, I'm so lost. That's no good. It's not good to interfere with my lifestyle. That's why you guys PSS me off. I hope you guys will die. Actually die. You trashy 𝗧𝗵𝗲𝗺𝗺. After showing his joy and sadness, he is in a rage now. He takes out the gun and handle-only sword from before. Boom. The blade of light appears. It will be a troublesome to get cut by that sword. That gun is also troublesome. But it's different from before. It's 3 against 1 now. You guys came to rescue 𝗧𝗵𝗃, right? Ha. 𝗵𝗃𝗃 are big-hearted for coming to rescue a beach like that who would even heal devils. Well, just being entranced to a devil should make that sister die. Die? What does he mean by that? Where the hell is Asia? Well, there is a hidden stairs under that altar. From there you can go to the place where they are doing the ritual. That guy spilled out the location of the hidden basement by pointing at the altar. Does he even know that he has to stop us? Or did he spill it out because he's confident that he can kill us and it will solve the problem? Sweet Satan, he sounds like Shigaraki when we first met at I then summoned out my arm and shouted, "Sacred gear." Synchronized with my shout, a red gauntlet appears on my left arm. Equipping the sacred gear, completed. 𝗵𝗃𝗃 draw his sword from the sheath and 𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗃. I'm so shocked that my eyes are about to pop out. Izuku Sweet Satan 𝗂𝗂𝗂𝗂. 𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗁 is lifting up the pews that are several times bigger than her. Get smashed. 𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗁 throws the pews at the priest. That was totally an unexpected method of attack. Wow. Oh yeah. The priest did a small dance and cut the chair in half with his blade of light. The chair that is cut in half hits the ground. Swift. When I thought 𝗂𝗵𝗃 went ahead, he has already disappeared. He's so fast that I can't see him. There were sparks between 𝗂𝗵𝗃's sword and the priest's blade of light. So it's solid despite being made from light. After all, even if 𝗂𝗵𝗃 slashes straight at him, I can hear the sound of 2 metals colliding against each other. Such a pain. Why are you guys so noisy? I'm super very bad. I'm sorry for talking in a death language. Forgive me after you die. 𝗂𝗵𝗃 dodges the soundless bullets with his legs he is proud of while continuing to attack his enemy. 𝗂𝗵𝗃, who is dodging all of the priest's attack, is amazing. But the priest is also something because he can fight on par with the devil. Man, he stopped 𝗂𝗵𝗃's slash again. I can't catch 𝗂𝗵𝗃's movements with my 𝗧𝗏𝗍 on hell. Am I implanting OFA to my eyes? I'm not going blind. But the priest can see his movements, so that shitty priest is not an opponent that I can take on by myself. 𝗂𝗵𝗃 and the priest then start to battle head-on. Both of them are glaring at each other. Impressive. You are quite strong. You too. Not even a single blind spot. This is great. Yes, this is what I'm talking about. Lately, I haven't had an awesome battle like this. I was about to cry because of it. I'm going to kill you. Then maybe I should also fight seriously for a bit then. 𝗂𝗵𝗃 is going to fight seriously. What is he going to do? Eat this. Low-pitched voice. I can't believe it's 𝗂𝗵𝗃's voice because it has some intensity in it. Then, some black stuff comes out of 𝗂𝗵𝗃's sword. It starts to cover the whole sword. Darkness. If I have to describe it, that will be it. The darkness covers the sword. No, it's more like the darkness is shaping into 𝗂𝗵𝗃's sword. The darkness sword that is clashing against the priest's blade of light starts to expand and is devouring the blade of light. What the hell is this? The priest seems confused. Holy eraser, a darkness sword that devours light? Why, you are also a sacred gear possessor. Sacred gear. 𝗂𝗵𝗃. I wonder how many swords he can produce. The possibilities. I need a notebook to write these down. The priest's blade of light is completely devoured by 𝗂𝗵𝗃's sword, and it can't maintain its shape after having the lights devoured. This is my chance. I went straight at him and activated OFA. Sacred gear. Activate. Boost. A sound comes out from the jewel, a sound that was almost familiar to me, and the power flows into my body. Plus, with OFA I felt even more stronger, and seriously, my target is the shitty priest. The priest becomes aware of me. Keep on telling you. You are annoying. He points his gun that is loaded with bullets of light at me. The bullet is shot without making any sound. Promotion, Rook. Bashin. The bullet of light didn't pierce through me, and instead returns to nothing. Promotion. Pawn. The priest seems to be in shock. 𝗵𝗃𝗲, who is going to bash you son of a bitch, the traits of 𝗧𝗑𝗧𝗏? Unreal defense and dash. My left fist hit the priest's face. That's what I thought, but I felt something HRD on my fist. 𝗧𝗑𝗧𝗵𝗲. Even so, I punched as hard as I can. The priest gets pushed far back. Ridiculous attack strength. I laugh while breathing hard. That's for hitting Asia that time. I feel relieved that I hit you once, but that's not enough pain, you sick F. The priest is on the ground, but gets up slowly and spits his BLD onto the ground. His right cheek was swollen. Just that I promoted to Rook, but looks like I still don't have Kaneko-chan's attacking power, or maybe I went easy on him. No, if I look carefully, his handle-only sword is smashed up. Did he use that as a shield just before getting punched by me? So that's the hard thing I felt. He has a fast reaction. Oh man, not only I got punched by a trashy devil, but he's saying some weird C to me. Don't F with me. The priest makes a howl. Don't F with me. You 𝗧𝗍𝗍. A mere devil shouldn't act cocky with me. I'll kill you. Definitely. I'll definitely kill you. I'm going to cut you into pieces, you 𝗧𝗍𝗍𝗏. The priest takes out his second sword, which only has its handle. He still has it. How many does he have? But the three of us, me, 𝗂𝗑𝗲, and Kaneko-chan, surround the priest. The priest notices it and he looks around. He begins to smirk. Wow, is this what you call a crisis? For me, getting killed by a devil is a no-no, so I feel like retreating. It's a shame that I can't exorcise you guys, but I also don't want to die. The priest takes out something round and smashes it onto the floor. I was about to attack him again and used my legs this time. Izuku, don't even think about it, but when I attacked, the light hit instantly, making our eyes are blinded as a smoke screen. When my eyes healed, I looked around, but the priest is gone. Then the priest's voice comes from somewhere. Hey, the grunt devil over there, 𝗧𝗵𝗃𝗲 was it? To tell you the truth, I have fallen in love with you. So I will definitely kill you. Definitely. I won't forgive a shitty devil who punched me and gave me a lecture, okay? Then bye-bye. When my eyes are healed completely, I looked around again, but the priest has vanished without leaving a trace. He escaped. He even left some parting words. I was thinking about it, and realized that I had no time to waste on him, but Black Whip was going nuts because of my anger, but I claimed down for now. 𝗂𝗑𝗲, Kaneko and I nodded each other and went towards the altar's hidden stairs. 𝗧𝗑𝗧𝗵𝗲, I don't know how long I can hold in my anger, please be safe Asia, even you Rainier. Izuku's POV. The three of us walk down the staircase under the altar. It looks like the electricity works even in here. With 𝗂𝗑𝗲 in front of us, we walked ahead. After the stairs, there's a single passage. Sometimes there are doors in both sides of the wall. We're almost down the basement. Kaneko points to the far end by saying, possibly at the end of this passage? I can smell that person. So Asia is there and possibly Rainier, and that Donasik Deech clenching my fist. Wait for me, Asia. Rainier, I'll be there. Soon. When we went further in, a big door appears. Is that it? Possibly. I'm sure there are groups of exorcists and fallen angels inside. Are you ready? Kaneko and I nodded at 𝗂𝗑𝗲. But then we'll open the door. When 𝗂𝗑𝗲 and I were about to open the door opens by itself. While making a large noise, the inside of the ritual place becomes visible. Welcome, devils. The Deech of a fallen angel, Donasik, spoke from the end of the room. The room was full of priests. They all have a sword handle that makes the blade of light in their hands. I looked at the girl who is attached to the cross ahead of me, but not only her was also someone else, and shout, Asia Rainier. Asia and Rainier noticed my voice and looked at me. This isn't. Rainier only looked at me but looked down in shame. Yeah. I came here to save you both, you understand. I smile at her and a tear drops from her eye. The same went to Rainier, who simply had a tired smile that she was thankful that I still cared for her. It's a touching reunion, but it's too late. The ritual is about to finish now. The ritual is finished. What does she mean? Suddenly, Asia's body starts to glow. 𝗂𝗧𝗍𝗧𝗏. Asia screams. She looks very painfully. Asia. I tried to reach her, but the priests surround me. I won't let you interfere. DMN devils. I will destroy you. Move. Shitty priests. I don't have time to bother with you all. But a big sound. When I looked, Kaneko-chan punched one of the priests away. Please don't touch me. 𝗵𝗃 also draw his darkness sword. Looks like I will have to go full throttle from the beginning. I hate priests. If there are this many, then I won't hold back to devour your light. 𝗵𝗃's eyes become sharp and I can feel chills from him. The darkness is showing a very dense killing intent. This will be an all-out war. At the same time, a large light comes out of Asia's body. 𝗳𝗍, who was unable to break from her chains, can only watch helplessly. 𝗳𝗧𝗃 takes it to his hand, making a sinister grin. This is it. This is the power that I needed for so long, this sacred gear. With this, I will be truly recognized as a superior. With an expression of joy, 𝗳𝗧𝗃 hugs onto the light. Then the bright light envelopes the ritual room. When the light stops, there is a fallen angel emitting green-colored light from his body. I finally have it. The supreme power. With this, I can become a supreme fallen angel. With this I can pay back all those who were looking down on me. The fallen angel makes a big laugh. I didn't pay attention to him and went straight to Asia and 𝗳𝗍, trying as much as I can to hold in my anger. The priests are trying to stop me, but 𝗵𝗃 and Kaneko-chan support me by blowing them away. 𝗵𝗃's sword devours the light of the priest's sword, and Kaneko-chan hit the priests who has lost their weapon with one mighty hit. The combination of these two is remarkable, and it's obvious that it isn't the type of combination possible with a few days of practice. Thanks, you too. Asia, who is attached to the cross. She looks lifeless. No, she should still be okay. I used Black Whip to break apart the things on 𝗳𝗍 and Asia's hands and legs. I held Asia in my arms while 𝗳𝗍 can only watch. Asia, I came to take you back. Yes. Her voice was very small when she replied, and it didn't sound lively. She should still be fine, right? She won't. It's futile. 𝗳𝗧𝗃 makes a smirk as if he was rejecting my thoughts. Possessors whose sacred gear is taken away from their body will die. That girl is going to die. Then give the sacred gear back. I shouted him that Black Whip was responding, and not only that but something else about explode inside me soon without me realizing it, but he just laughs. There's no way that I will give it back. It was thanks to 𝗳𝗍 that you got a second chance, but it was my plan to kill. She only wanted to follow orders, but who gives a damn about that? I call the shots during this operation, and it seems it went towards my favor. It's too bad this nun had to die. I would have loved to enjoy her a bit. My quirk started to form. My mind was about to go blank and go ballistic until Hayadukun. Our formation is at a disadvantage while we are protecting that girl. So go upstairs at once. We'll make the path for you. Now hurry. 𝗵𝗃 says it while taking down the priests. I calmed down, but my anger was still. I looked at 𝗳𝗍, who wasn't moving and just sitting down in place. He's right. There are still a great number of priests left, so there will be a limit to fighting this fallen angel here while protecting Asia. I glared at 𝗳𝗧𝗃 and then left the place carrying not only Asia but 𝗳𝗍 as well. Kaneko-chan, we will make an escape path for Hayadukun. Affirmative. The two of them starts to take down the priests who are trying to get in my way. Thanks to their support, I'm able to get to the entrance of the ritual room right away. 𝗵𝗃. Kaneko-chan. You go ahead. We will handle here. Please go quickly. But just go, 𝗵𝗏. 𝗵𝗃. Kaneko-chan. Both of you are showing off too much. But now I will have to rely on them. My senior devils. There's no way they will die in a place like this. 𝗵𝗃. Kaneko-chan. When I get back, call me SC. Definitely. We are comrades. That's what I said to them. It feels like the two of them smiled. I left the place and went straight to the passage at once. I went up the stairs holding Asia and 𝗳𝗍 and came out to the sanctuary. There's something wrong with Asia. Her face is pale. I laid her down on one of the pews. Just wait a bit. You will be free soon, Asia. You will be able to play with me from now on. Asia makes a small smile at my words. She then takes my hand. I can't feel any strength or warmth from her hand. I was happy that I had a friend, even for a short while. Asia is smiling even though she is in pain. If I were to be born again, will you become my friend once more? What are you saying? Don't say that. Let's go somewhere to have fun. I will drag you even though you don't want to. We will go to karaoke. Game center. Let's also go bowling. Also other places. Also to that place. And there. I can't stop my tears from coming out. I'm supposed to be talking to her with a smile, but I can't stop crying. I know it. I already know it. This girl is dying. She is going to die. Even so, I want to deny it. We are friends. Boys. Yeah, that's right. I promise you that you'll live, please. Just wait a bit longer, please. You can't die on me. We will have fun together. We'll have fun until we can. If I was born in this country, and went to the same school as you, let's go. Come to our school. Asia's hand pats my cheek. You even cry for someone like me? Now I can. Her hand that is patting my cheeks drops slowly. Thank you. Those were her last words. She passed away smiling. I lost my strength. I just stood there looking at her face. My tears won't stop. But why did this girl have to die? She was a good girl. She was a kind girl who would heal anyone injured. How come no one became her friend? How come I was never by her side? My past memories, it felt like back then when I couldn't save Katsuki during the summer camp, how I felt almost miserable that I couldn't save Eri when we first met. I felt devastated that I had to leave my friends because of all for one. Then my quirk suddenly deactivated on itself. My strength went down and it felt like I couldn't do anything. I felt like I was a Deku from middle school. God. You're there, right, God? Devils and angels exist, so you do exist as well, right, God? You were watching, right? You were watching all of this, right? I shouted at the ceiling of the church. I don't know who will answer me, but I just wanted to scream towards the ceiling. Please don't take this girl away. Please. I beg you. She hasn't done anything. She just wanted a friend. I will be her friend forever. So please. I want this girl to smile forever. Hey, please. Good. Even though I scream towards heaven, no one answers me. Did this happen because I turned into a devil? Did you abandon her because I'm a devil and her friend? I bite my teeth with regret. I have no power. I didn't have any power at all. If I have more power as a devil, if I have the power to at least save Asia, even if I regret it now, she will never smile again. Rainier came towards me and put her hand on my shoulder. Rainier, I don't know how I can be forgiven after all I did. I'm sorry I couldn't protect her. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Issei, she gave me a hug and I felt that she was pouring everything out for apologizing to me. Oh, what's this? A devil is repenting in a place like this. Or were you wishing for something? And even hugging your enemy, isn't this such a touchy thing to see? The voice I heard from behind me is that of 𝗳𝗧𝗃. When I turned around, there is a fallen angel smirking at me. Look at this. This is the wound I got from the night boy while I was coming here. He then places his hand on his wound. The shallow green light starts to heal his wound. Wonderful, isn't it? I can heal any kind of wound. To us fallen angels, who lost the protection of God, that child's sacred gear was a wonderful present. That light belongs to Asia. Why are you using it? Are 𝗂𝗵𝗃 and Kaneko-chan safe? I start to wonder. My status will rise since I will be a fallen angel that can heal fallen angels. I could be of help to the great Azazel-sama and 𝗵𝗃𝗧-sama. There is nothing more wonderful than this. Azazel-sama? My power is all for you, like I care. I glared at the sun of a beach. I don't care about that. Fallen angels, God and devils. Those things had nothing to do with this girl. No, it did. She was a chosen human that possessed a sacred gear. Even so, she could have lived quietly. She could have lived normally. She couldn't. Those with irregular sacred gear would be left out of the world and groups. Because they possess a powerful ability. Because they have a different power than others. You know humans hate those things, right? Even though it's a wonderful power like this. Then I would have protected Asia as her friend. It's impossible. Because she died. That girl is dead, you know. It's not the matter of whether you protect her or not. You couldn't protect her. You couldn't protect her back at evening and even now. You really are a weird boy. It's so amusing. I know. That's why I can't forgive you. And myself, I can't forgive everything. Myself who couldn't protect Asia. 𝗳𝗧𝗃 who killed Asia. Then Bucho's words come into my mind. Longing. Sacred gear is driven with the power of longing. And it also determines the power for it as well. Give her back. Even though you are a devil, your will to longing hasn't been lost. The stronger you longing, the stronger your sacred gear will respond to you. Give 𝗧𝗵𝗲𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺𝗺 gauntlet responded to my shout. The jewel in the gauntlet makes a bright shine. Some mysterious mark appears on the gauntlet. At the same time, power flows into my body. From my left arm equipped with the sacred gear to my whole body. I looked towards Rainier and told her to take Asia somewhere safe until I'm done. She nodded and got Asia and flew away. OFA isn't activated witch, but I've dealt being quirkless for 14 years, so I don't give SHT. I went ahead while having my body overflow with power. I move my fist towards the fallen angel front of me who is smirking. He dodges it easily. As if he's dancing. I will explain it so even a dummy like you can understand. It's a simple power difference. I have a power of 1000. You have a power of 1. You can't shorten the gap between us no matter what. Even with the ability of that sacred gear, the power doubled is only 2. It's futile. How can you win against me? Aha. Boost. Another sound from the jewel. The mark on the jewel of the gauntlet changes from to heartbeat. A second change happens to my body. The power, something to beat down the enemy in front of me, is increasing. Yo. I went charging at her while concentrating my overflowing power to my fist. I'm already promoted to Rook. Did your power increase a bit? Still, it's not enough. My attack was about to be dodged again, but I used my momentum to kick him in the gut, making him get pushed back. He glared at me, feeling the pain from my kicks, which I grinned with an off look. Next moment, lights gather to his hand and it forms into something. I put a lot of power in it. 𝗧𝗵𝗲. The spear of light pierces both my legs. It went deep into both of my thighs. Without OFA I wasn't able to dodge, and even with the defense of a Rook, it wasn't able to defend against it. 𝗧𝗵𝗲. I screamed. My body goes through intense pain, but I can't get on my knees for something like this. I grab onto the spear immediately. Burns. 𝗧𝗵𝗲. The sound of my flesh burning. It's burning hood. Is it because it's made up of light? The palm of my hand that is holding onto the spear gets burned. There are smokes coming from my hand. Also from the wounds on my thighs. It's burning my hand and legs violently. 𝗧𝗵𝗲 starts to laugh at me after he sees me trying to pull out the spear. A devil trying to pull that spear out is foolish. To devils, lights are intense poison. Just touching it will make you burn. That is the ultimate pain that devils can taste. For a low-class devil like you, it's 𝗵𝗃𝗧𝗏. I made a scream which you can't describe in words, but I tried to pull out the spear of light slowly by gripping strongly onto it. The intense pain caused by the spear that is piercing my legs. The intense pain that is inflicted on me by the power of light. Those things are causing me so much pain. I'm about to lose consciousness because of it. It feels like I will die if I don't bite my teeth hard. So what about it? What about it? That girl. This is nothing compared to what Asia went through. I pull out the spear slowly while my tears and drool comes out of my face. It hurts. It hurts, damn it. But this. What about this? 𝗧𝗫𝗧𝗍𝗬. The spear is being drawn out from my legs while making horrible noise. When I got the spear out from both my legs, I dropped it from my hand and it disappears before hitting the ground. Splash. After losing the thing that was blocking the holes on my legs, BLD starts to flow out from the wounds. Even though I took out the spear, the pain still remains. Boost. Even if I was pierced by the spear and stopped my attack, the gauntlet on my left arm continues to make a sound. It hurts. It really hurts. I'm crying a lot and I have so much drool coming out from my mouth. I slipped onto but after I lost some strength in me. I don't have the strength to stand up. SHT, I don't have any strength in my legs. No, I don't have any strength left in my whole body. Am I in a bad condition? Quite remarkable. A low-class devil pulling out the spear of light made by a fallen angel. But it's futile. My light isn't flashy, but has a high killing ability against devils. The density of the light is strong. So strong that it is used as the blade of light priest uses. Getting hurt even once will be hard to heal, even for a middle-class devil. For a low-class devil like you, this is the limit. Fufufu, you can't look down on the damage caused by the power of light, you know. Especially my light. Like always, he was talking long about something important. The light circulates around your body and cause damages to your whole body. If you are late at healing it, you will die. No, normally it won't be weird to die with that damage. You really have a strong build, don't you? Is that right? So for a trash like me who just became a devil, this wound is lethal. Just like I thought. I can feel pain even from inside my body. It's not the pain of getting hit but something worse. It feels as if my muscles and bones are melting because of the heat. The pain is transmitted directly by my nerves, so letting my guard down even once will feel like it's going to screw my head. I will probably die if I don't get healed soon. But I can't just sit here. But I don't have any strength in my legs. Is this the end for me? Then I thought about Asia, her smiling at me with that innocent smile, so it's not a problem anymore. So, I'm going to ease some of the regrets you have left, Asia. At times like this, are we supposed to pray to God? Suddenly that slipped out of my mouth without realizing it. Donasik seems puzzled. But I continue to talk. But God is no good. He didn't listen to me before, and he didn't even help a good girl like Asia at all. Such a useless God. I wonder what you were trying to say. Did you finally break? 𝗵𝘃𝗲, will you listen to my wish? You exist, right? Are you listening? I'm also a devil, so will you listen to my wish? He's totally lost it. This boy is talking to himself in a place like this. I'm going to bash this shitty fallen angel in front of me, so please make sure no one interferes. I seriously don't want anyone to interfere. I also don't need any backup. I will do it myself. And my legs are fine as well. I will get up on my own. So make it a one-on-one fight. It's a good situation. My anger is so high that I think I can handle this pain. Just one hit is enough. Please let me hit him. My legs can move. I have already lost the sensation in my legs. Just moving it by a millimeter gives me intense pain. But it can still move. My butt leaves the floor. My body hasn't stopped shaking. Even so, my body gets up slowly. It hurts. My whole body hurts. But I can move. I can still move. I just have to endure it until I hit him once. My anger, my rage, everything that's making my blood boil, that it rekindled my quirk. I am possible. Your body isn't in a condition to move. Because of the damage of light, I approached him slowly, who has a shocked look on his face. And I stood up, right in front of his eyes. With my feet shaking and lots of blood flowing out of me. There's no way you can stand. A low-class devil shouldn't be able to stand up with those wounds. The lights are burning your insides from within your body. A low-class devil who doesn't have the demonic power to ease the effect of light shouldn't be able to endure it. Yeah, it hurts. It really hurts. I'm even close to losing my consciousness. But you know, my hatred towards you is so great that I can endure this. I glared straight at my opponent without even blinking. My next hit will be my last blow. If I use it, I will fall down. That's why I have to finish it with my next hit. I can't look away from my target. Hey, Sacred Gear. You still have the power to punch this thing in front of me, right? Then let's finish it. Explosion. Izuku Midoriya, the sound from the jewel made just now sounded especially strong, plus with my quirk activated. The jewel shines even brighter. Such a bright light. It's dazzling along with my lighting arcs forming around me, but unlike the light of a fallen angel, this light didn't give damage to me, but instead it gives me peace. Just getting touched by this light feels like I am overflowing with power. It's similar to the light of heal that belongs to Asia. So there is a light that doesn't cause harm to devils. I take a step forward. The blood splashes onto the ground from my wounds. I also coughed some blood. Looks like I'm in a critical condition. There is no stopping to the pain I'm feeling right now. It even reaches up to my brain. But it's okay. I can still move. Even now, my gauntlet is flowing power into me. The power I'm receiving from this gauntlet is insane. I somehow know. It's possibly because I'm the Sacred Gear possessor. This power won't last forever, that I'm sure of. This power is just a one-time only until I can figure out more about it. If I use it against my enemy even once, then it will end there. Even though the sacred gear isn't telling me verbally, it's telling me physically. I made a posture to punch. I have no experience in fighting, but it will be okay if I hit him once. My target is the shitty fallen angel that is in front of me. I'm definitely going to hit him. I'm absolutely not going to miss it. Impossible. What is this? Why is something like this happening? Isn't that sacred gear supposed to be the twice critical, which doubles the power of the possessor? It can't be. It's not possible. Why has your power surpassed mine? This wave of demonic power I'm feeling is that of a middle class. No, that of a high-class devil. My power is that of a high-class devil. Is it because of my sacred gear? Hey, weren't you supposed to be a sacred gear that just doubles my power? 𝗬𝗃 is the only high-class devil I met, so it means that I'm currently about the same strength as her. No, I'll think about that later. Lies. This is all lies. I am the fallen angel that has attained the ultimate healing power. I turned into a superior being by obtaining this twilight healing. I received the right to be loved by 𝗧𝗪𝗧𝗵𝗲 and 𝗵𝗃𝗧𝗵𝗲. I wouldn't lose to some lowlife like you. He once again has a spear of light in both her hands. BUN. I hit it to the side with my fist. The spears of light disappeared easily. Seeing me hit away his spears with ease, 𝗳𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗧𝗍𝗪's face gets even paler. He starts flapping his black wings and was about to fly away. Which hell and away in hell are you getting, 𝗵𝗵𝗲 that easily beach tap? I went up to him at the same time he's about to fly, and I grabbed his arm. With my power at 10% with my speed. A speed that even the fallen angel can't react to. The arm I'm holding onto feels unreliable, and it's so small that he looks weak. I pulled his arm towards me. I definitely won't let him go, not before I beat him up. I won't let you get away, fool. I'm superior. Blow away, you shitty angel. 𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗲. Low-class devil. 𝗬𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗧𝗏. The gauntlet released all of its energy. All the strength gathered in my left arm, and I concentrated them on my fist and a concentrated OFA to my arm to increase my power up 20%. I used that fist to punch straight and accurately at the face of the enemy I detest. Izuku Midoriya. Just pretend the image above, he's using his left arm. The hard sound echoes. My fist dug into his face, and I pushed my fist even further. 𝗳𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗧𝗍 went flying backwards with my punch. 𝗧𝗪𝗧𝗍𝗪. The fallen angel crashes into the wall while making a very loud noise. The wall broke and there is a big hole in the wall. Dust starts to spread everywhere. When the dust disappears, there is nothing left in the direction I punched 𝗳𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗧𝗍 towards. The hole continues till outside of the building where 𝗳𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗧𝗍 is on the ground. He isn't moving. I can't tell if he's dead, but he won't be able to move for a while. I'd finally paid him back. Serves you right? I'm smiling from the bottom of my heart. That's my true feeling. That punch felt so good. But soon, tears are falling from my eyes. She won't smile ever again. With my quirk power off, I looked at my left hand. Izuku, you are something else.